Another day of no technical issues.
Wow, is this it? Are we on? Are we on? Yes. There we are. Hey everybody, this is Johnny Beane. It's 5:24 p.m. March 5th, 2019. And we're live. We got Jay Hannon.
Hi everybody. I'm not home today.
Huh? Where are you?
I'm in somebody's guest room right now.
Hmm?
Something came up, kind of an emergency, so I'm using Jeannie's laptop. So if she's on, she's from her phone.
Hello. Hello.
So anyway, I'm going to try to find the chat on this bad boy. So go ahead.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
Todd A.K. Soda Pop said I'm way too loud tonight. So now, I guess turn my monitor down or something.
Yeah, you are pumping.
Oh boy.
How's that?
Pump it up.
Oh, loud tonight. All right, how's that? Is that a better
cool?
level?
There we go.
This is Tech Moron exclusive. We're gonna call it Tech Moron Tuesday. Damn on.
Technical difficulties Tuesday.
Soda Pop, am I really blasting or am I okay? I mean, somebody tell me how I sound for fuck's sake. Oh God.
Sounds good to me.
We're good.
I can hear you.
All right.
I can hear you.
You're the only one that wants to hear me tonight, so that's good.
Yeah. It's Jonathan Mancuda. Great to see you, man.
Great to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody out there.
Yeah. Welcome. David Nesdahl should be joining us at some point. He just got up and I don't know what's going on, but
Getting yelled at.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that we're running late. That's also my fault because Tuesday is Tech Moron Tuesday. Hey, Tech Moron. And I tried to get a new microphone, and here it is. Detached, you'll notice, because it just wasn't working right, and I don't know. I fuck up the show in so many ways. It really is.
Soda Pop has the question of the night. He says, "Is Jay on the John?" No, I'm not.
Nice.
I'm not on the toilet. Good. It looks like I am though.
Nice.
yeah. It kind of sounds like it too.
Does it?
Just because you hear a slight little like room echo. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to bring my microphone, but I figured I'm already bringing a computer, bringing the light and everything, and I was like, whatever.
If I see you suddenly reach behind you, I know what's going on.
Well, I just reached behind me right now, but that's just something else.
Hey, Dave's coming back.
Oh, Dave's back.
Dave, we're live. We're live.
Dave's coming back.
Oh,
We're live.
Dave,
we're live. We're live.
I know. I heard you.
Dave's coming back.
You have a window open though.
Oh, jeez.
Dave.
Hang on, get one of these in there. That was your echo earlier. Was cool, man.
Yeah, you guys had to hear this. I had. I could probably do it actually. Should I do that real quick?
Real quick. Yeah.
You guys talk about something. I'll hook this piece of garbage up.
Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah. Wow, 52 people watching. And before I forget, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you get the alerts. And subscribe to all the channels down below in the description. Everybody's down there. And who do we got? We got Todd, a.k.a. Soda Pop. John Bulware. Good evening, John. We got Han36 Solo. Welcome. We got Zach. John Windsor. Is it Windsor? Brendan B.
Butt cheeks.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
Johnny Beane.
Oh, you sound actually. You sound good.
Why is that not working?
There's like two. He has two camera angles. That's awesome.
There's two of them.
Yeah,
Here's my junk cam. Here you go. Hey,
anyone who wants to see my
groin tonight, there you go.
What?
Groin cam spotlight.
Jesus Christ.
You got to have a moose knuckle there.
All right, so wait, now where's the echo effect?
Yeah, it was without the mic. If you unplug that mic, you'll get the echo back.
Right,
but you sound good.
Wait.
Yeah,
You sound really good.
Stop messing with me. I have something that's working right now. Stop messing.
No, but it's is it doing? Hello? That's not doing what it was doing earlier. Not the same way. It was so clear. Gee.
Real program you got here, Johnny.
Hello, tech moron! Oh boy, it's like an alien invasion of idiocy.
Can anybody see a guitar in my lap, or am I cut off?
There's
cut
no
off.
guitar in your lap.
There's a guitar in my lap.
Well, we can't see it, is what I'm saying.
There we go.
Wow. Well, hey, when you had that mic plugged in, John, you sounded great.
What, just now?
When you had the microphone plugged in, yeah.
Yeah, but then I couldn't hear you on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, good times. Good times.
That alien sound should be
Yeah,
Dave's
let's see.
ringtone. No way.
Yeah, just everything's screwed.
Mm-hmm.
That
What else is in there?
Zeke says that alien sound should be Jay's new ringtone.
Did I just say that?
Man.
Can you not hear me now or something?
John Bolware, I don't know why he wants to know this, but he's looking for a copy of the movie Caligula on DVD. Didn't they do that on Blu-ray or something?
The DVD? He wants to talk about the DVD.
What's that about VD? I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear this guitar at all?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Dave, what song is this?
Temporary thing.
There you go.
Is that your new Ibanez that you just bought?
I'll show you the very tippy top of something.
Uh-oh.
I can't see it because John keeps opening his mouth.
You see that?
Yeah, I see a flame top. It looks like an S body.
All right, I will show you guys in a couple minutes.
Wow.
Is that an S body?
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, it's an S.
It's US, not US.
The flame top.
Man, this is so weird.
Oh boy.
What? So what's new? What's new, you guys? Dave, I've seen you probably half the day already.
Yeah, way too much already.
And there's still technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Not a one.
Well, we're going to have a guest in about a half hour.
Of course, when I get off, that's nice.
Oh, maybe even sooner.
I hope so.
Maybe even
I
sooner.
want to tell him how good this band was.
Oh, yeah. Is that before or after you said you'd show him how to play Mean Streets?
Hey, I've only heard a couple people play it better than I can play it. I don't usually stroke my own ego, but that's one thing that I know I can play well.
Okay. I was going to say, don't break your arm, patting yourself on the back.
No, I try not to. Usually I try to make myself feel crappy about my playing, but in that sense, I can play it pretty well.
Todd aka Soda Pop said my mic sounded like the little toy mic that came with Castle Grayskull for the He-Man toys. That's probably higher tech than I use. I'll get you, He-Man.
Man, they got some cool toys out there. You guys go to Target and you go to like the toy section and do you see all the cool like sound, not sound machine, but actually these are from Target as well. But the cool like masks you can put on, the voice changers and all that stuff.
Didn't they do like a Darth Vader one at one point?
Yeah, they've done several. They've done several Darth Vader ones. I had one about 20 years ago. It was a little Darth Vader. We were talking about Star Trek last time. Now Star Wars. It was like a Darth Vader figure about this big. It was just the mask, and you'd push a button. You would talk into the back of it, and it would turn your voice into like it lower the octaves like a few times and just give you this crazy distorted voice.
Wasn't there an Optimus Prime one as well for Transformers?
I think so, right?
Probably.
And a Cylon maybe for Battlestar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. And but speaking about guitars, you can use those voice changers and you can talk into your pickups through them and just get the craziest sounds.
I've seen those like kind of tubes that like people play into, and you could like play it through your guitar. Like you could speak through your guitar. That's what you're talking?
Mm-hmm. Do you feel the way I do?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's that called, Dave?
Talkbox.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Peter Frampton is well known for using one of those.
So is Joe Perry.
Joe Perry, Joe Walsh,
Joe Mama.
Edward Van Halen used one.
Joe Perry.
Is that a Nags? Is that a Nags guitar?
Is it?
I think it is. I think it is a Nags.
Dave's waking up.
Did you buy a Nags?
Don't nag me.
Talkbox, Ben Coombs said.
Mm-hmm.
John BL also did. Todd AK Soda Pop, thank you, brother. You rock. And yes, we are going to show off some guitars today. Jay has one right now that he's going to do show and tell with. And I also brought something for show and tell later on. Whenever we feel.
Is that a Severn? Did you buy a Severn? You bought a Severn.
You have ridiculous eyes, man. All you saw was the flame top, the back of the neck, and you already think you know what it is, huh?
Yeah, because I know guitars.
That'd be funny if Dave was right, though.
It would be.
So it's pretty funny.
Oh, Dave, I got a bone to pick with you. You're in New York and you were eating Domino's pizza on Friday's show. What are you thinking?
Listen, they delivered number one. Number two, I didn't want real pizza. I just didn't want it.
That's like chewing on a sponge.
No, I love me some Domino's, man. Love it.
Because you don't know what real pizza is.
Yeah, you don't live near any real pizza. I'm from New York and I'm in Hollywood, but at least out here, I have a guy that makes pizza and he's from Brooklyn, so he gets it right. So Dave and I have this thing. We know what real pizza is. I love you. You don't have pizza.
I know I don't, but I grew up in Illinois. So I love Chicago-style pizza.
That's different, though.
And I lived in New York for, 28 years or something? 20-something years, 25 years? So I've been around good pizza, but I still love me some Pizza Hut, Domino's.
Pizza Hut. Oh, God. Domino's. That's terrible stuff. I mean, Chicago pizza is different.
Yeah,
so, you can get that in different places, but New York is like, I mean, Dave's like right at the heart of it right now, where like you could spit out the window and hit a good pizza place. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, man. I just Domino's. I was cringing watching you eat that.
I believe my stomach was cringing a couple days afterwards too.
Great pizza push.
Oh, see, there's some cool pizza places right there in Hollywood, right?
There are, but there's only one place I found out here that actually does New York style pizza, and the guy is from Brooklyn and flies in the water, so he's got it right. He's got it right.
He flies in the water.
No, he literally flies in some water for dough curing. That's the secret to New York pizza.
Yes, it's true.
So that little bit of freight for that water is keeping him piling people into his building all the time. There's always a wait.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, there's Italian style pizza out here. You have 800 degrees. That's good. But if you're in Los Angeles, you go in Larchmont Village to a place called Village Pizzeria, and you can tell them I sent you, and they'll spit in your food. But if you don't say I sent you, they will give you probably the best pizza that California has to offer, hands down. True New York style pizza, beautiful stuff.
How's the pizza at what was the place we went to in Anaheim?
That's delicious also. But that's Italian style pizza, Mari's.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at NAMM, we went to Mari's restaurant, my favorite Italian restaurant in all of California. And the pizza there is great, but it's Italian style.
Right.
But they do it right. They do that right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a pizza snob. Totally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we got some good pizza up here.
Where?
You know? In Berkeley.
Where?
Berkeley's not New York. What are you talking about?
Well, it's a college town, so you know. A little bit of everything.
Sounds like everything Dave had on his pizza, but it didn't look good.
It was pepperoni and mushrooms on my pizza. And it was good, but it wasn't New York pizza.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I felt bad. I was going to send some delivery to your house while you were alive. Just so something decent.
The thing is, I didn't want real pizza. I just didn't want it. I wanted something different.
All right. Hey. Fair enough. As long as
I can have that. I can have real pizza anytime I want. There's 3 great pizzerias here in Glencoe.
Yeah, let's see. I'm watching the chat, and they're mentioning Luke Perry. Definitely sad day for us losing Luke Perry. I mean, that guy was like really supposed to be very nice. I never met him, but I've heard from other people that have worked with him on Riverdale that he was really nice to work with, and so we're all pretty sad about Luke Perry.
He was a metalhead too, right?
Was he?
I think so. Yeah. Somebody, I don't know if it was Eddie Trunk or somebody met him at like some heavy metal concert or something. Or I was like, hell yeah, headbanger, another one.
That makes it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Now we lost one of our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me touch on this. So Eddie Van Halen played. Here, watch me connect these dots. So Eddie Van Halen played on some Michael Jackson songs, right?
One.
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. That qualifies. So who saw Leaving Neverland this week?
I didn't see it, but I was listening to the radio today in the car, and I was hearing about it.
Holy
hell!
Heard
all about it. Yeah.
Holy hell! 4 hours of documentary about Michael Jackson and his touching of children that everyone was in denial of for the right payoffs. It's unbelievable. And finally, these guys are coming clean that like, yeah, okay, he touched me, and I probably should have said something then. And it's like, holy hell.
Yeah, but who knows if they're telling the truth?
Huh?
Who knows if they're even telling the truth?
Oh, let me tell you something. You watch their body language. They're telling the truth. Believe me. I mean, come on. The guy was always being hauled into court and settling for touching children. He was known to have had young boys in his bed all the time. You see him walking up to young children and like kissing them and touching them and please.
I was listening to Dr. Drew. That's what it was. And they were talking about it. They were talking about that that show and how apparently there was two guys on the show.
Two very credible guys.
They were talking to Oprah, was it?
Two very credible guys.
And they're saying that their stories seem legit, as what they were saying. That's what they were saying anyway on Dr. Drew. That's what I heard.
These are guys that were always in Michael Jackson's life. One was like the choreographer of NSYNC he grew up to be and worked with Britney Spears. And the other guy, I'm trying to think what he did. He was like a photographer or something, or I don't know, man. I just, oof. All I know is these guys came from like, normal homes. One guy came from a divorced home. Everyone else came from like normalcy. And then you had guys like Macaulay Culkin, and Michael Jackson latched onto a kid that had cancer. It was like, Jesus. Does Michael Jackson even touched him? And he wants his check.
Yeah.
And it's funny watching the parents talk about it on the show, and they're like, I guess I probably should have known. I should have suspected because Michael would always sleep with my son in his bed, but I never thought of anything. But I guess, I probably should have seen that. And then the other mother's like, when Michael died, I was dancing. That man was dead. It's like, yikes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Donald Davenport is right. Let's talk some guitars. Who cares about this other shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to get into the details? Come on now.
So let's talk about guitars with Michael Jackson on them. All right, Donald, we get it. We'll talk guitars. Jay, what do you have? What do you actually have? Do you want to show it yet?
No, I have to wait a minute.
Should I show mine early?
Yeah, show yours because I got to split in about 14 minutes. So yeah, show yours, then I'll show mine.
Okay. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Oh,
all
goodness.
Right. So today, boys and girls, I got another celebrity guitar. And this one belonged to someone who died really early. Tim Kelly of the band Slaughter, who I'm a big fan of. I love Slaughter, always been a fan. And Tim Kelly, unfortunately, died in a car crash in sometime in the early 90s. And
I remember that. I think it was like 98.
Something, maybe it was
the late 90s, because I remember I was living in Miami at the time, and that's back when you'd open up Metal Edge magazine or something, and I remember reading that he was on a trip in Arizona or something.
But all I know is he wasn't drunk or anything. He wasn't drugged up. This was just like a total tragedy, and it really sucked because again, big Slaughter fan. Met Tim a few times. He was like super, super nice. And, after he passed away, I wanted to get one of his guitars, but it's like they were kind of spoken for, like, his sister got one or two. I think his mom got one. And obviously they weren't going to sell theirs. There was one of his that he sold to a studio, and everyone in the band got one. Blast Elias, the drummer, was really close. So he has one of his, and Mark had one of his. So I'm thinking I'll never own a Tim Kelly guitar. But it turned out that at one point Tim gave one of his guitars, and he played Robin guitars. He gave one of his Robin guitars to his roadie, and he had him strip the paint. I guess he was going to refinish it or something. And the roadie basically, after Tim died, kept the guitar, gave it to his girlfriend. The girlfriend eventually sold it to a private collector. The private collector decided to refinish it in metallic orange, like a tangerine. And eventually he wound up selling it to me. And this is the guitar. right here. So it's a Robin guitar. Let's see if I could get, there you go. You can see the color.
It looks like that purple guitar that Mark Slaughter has.
It's the same type of guitar, but Mark's is like a what's called Robinite, which was like a almost like a quartz marble kind of finish on the front. This is like just metallic pearl orange paint, but it's the same layout. You got the 2-angled single coils, which are actually rail pickups. You have a humbucker. This one's Tim played ESPs, but the guy who finished it switched it to a DiMarzio, I think an Air Classic, and it's got Eddie Van Halen speed knobs and a Stumac Floyd Rose licensed Floyd Rose maple flame to death. Can you guys see the flame on that board?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That neck is just like, they gave him such good quality maple wood.
Wow.
And this is the coolest thing. The headstock logo, the Robin logo, was finished, was sanded off. So they were going to refinish it with a new Robin decal. But instead, the guy who refinished it had an autograph of Tim's, and he had it made into a decal. And the decal became the logo. So now it's a tribute guitar to Tim Kelly. So it's got his logo on the as the decal. So that's kind of neat. And then the case has the Slaughter band logo stencil on it. And the guy brought this to show Mark Slaughter and Dana Strum. And they autographed the case. And, Dana was just confirming, yeah, this is, Tim's real guitar. They knew about it. And they liked the tribute, that he did to him with the logo on the headstock. So they were, kind of, bittersweet, but, thought it was really cool. And they signed the outside of the case right under the Slaughter logo. So that's today's show and tell guitar today, kids. One of Tim Kelly of Slaughter's Robins.
That's cool. Quentin James actually says that he used to have an endorsement with Robin back in the day.
Robin made great guitars.
That's what I was going to ask next, because I don't even think I've laid eyes on a Robin guitar in person before. I've seen them on videos and stuff, but were they good?
Yeah, I played one. It was an amazing guitar.
I always wanted to, because I liked, that Tim endorsed it. I always wanted to at least try it. And this is my first Robin, and I just got it. And I think it's fantastic. They were handmade in Texas. I think at one point they were also done, parts were imported before this, but at one point, handcrafted in Texas and stamped as so. And I don't know, it feels great. It's a really nice neck profile, a nice weight. I love the access they give you. Look at the horn access.
Oh yeah,
really, really great. So I dig it.
That's
awesome. How long have you had that guitar?
Not even a week.
Oh, you just got it.
I just got it. I literally just got it.
Congratulations.
Huh?
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Cool.
Big guitar day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They obviously don't make Robin guitars anymore, right?
No, they don't. And
when did they stop making them?
I want to say sometime around the early 2000s. I'm guessing here. Maybe late 90s, early 2000s.
I don't know.
They might even have gotten back in business for parts or something. I thought I remembered hearing. But all I know is handcrafted in Texas. Great, very underrated guitar. My first one. And what's interesting is that guitar, another guy owned one, and that's how Mark got his purple one. Is this guy's friend owned one of Tim's purple guitars and gifted it to Mark.
You see my guitar?
Yeah, it's right here. There you go.
What the heck?
I gotta go. I gotta go. I was looking for my guitar.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I showed Dave. Look.
I saw I was watching.
Yeah, I popped it up, and then I showed him like the very top, and then the back of the neck, and he's like, "You have a Severn?" I was like, "Holy!"
I just know guitars. How you doing, Larry?
I'm good.
What are you doing there?
What's this sound machine?
Hit that button.
Ah, what an entrance!
There you go.
All right. Well, you guys, you got like a audience there. I got to go start my show. Hey, you know what?
Have fun.
Jay is going to play with me.
That's right.
This
Awesome.
is like, wait, am I watching a scene from Leaving Neverland?
Oh my goodness, he can't get off of it. Well, maybe he can, but never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna join him in a bit, and we're gonna play
Awesome.
so
Wow.
except I'm too nervous to play anything intricate, so I was like, I'll just handle all the rhythms. You take the leads, and I'll be entirely happy with that. So
where are you guys?
where are we?
South Carolina.
Conway,
Conway.
South Carolina.
Oh,
Yep. So
nice.
Send me some barbecue.
we'll send you some pizza. Some South Carolina pizza.
Horrible.
All right.
All right, I'll see you. How long do you want me to come out?
I don't know if it's going to be weird if we're both streaming at the same time. But we'll
I'm gonna yeah. As soon as I.
But I'm going to play like four songs and then talk. After I talk, then you'll come.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, when you go
Maybe
live.
I'll see you next week.
Me?
Yeah.
Coming here?
Well, I'm coming to New York, so if I can get to the island, I'll come see you.
Okay, great.
Bye, guys.
Just let me know. Let me know what you're doing, and we'll try to make it work.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Larry. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't want to hog up all the bandwidth if he's going live. I don't know how diesel the internet connection is. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying I'm going to split at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, real quick. I don't want to take too long here, but I got a phone call last night. And Dave, this is after I talked to you about Jake coming on.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like an hour later, I get a phone call to Larry Mitchell. I'm like, "Hey, Larry, what's going on?" He's like, "How far are you from Conway?" I was like, "Oh man." So yeah, he's like, "I'll be there tomorrow night. You want to come up, hang out, jam a little bit?" And I was like, "Of course, man." So, super cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not often that one of your guitar heroes calls you to come hang out.
Man, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Dang.
It's so cool. It's like not even on my bucket list. So screw the bucket list,
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very funny that I knew that it was that guitar.
Dude, I was waiting for you to say, "Wait a minute, is he is he somewhere with Larry?" That's why I was like, "Man, I showed too much of the guitar."
Good job, Dave. Good job picking that up.
Just know that I know what those guitars look like. I just knew. Well, first when I saw the flame top, I thought it looks like an S box. It looks like a S series Ibanez just by seeing the flame top, and the very top of it was very thin.
Yeah.
And then I saw the flame back of the neck. I was like, nah. Really, the only two companies that do that really is Nags and PRS. And I figured I've seen that guitar before. It's got to be a Nags.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's awesome that you guessed it. Yeah, Larry was like, "Do not tell Johnny and Dave that you're coming." He's like, "Let's surprise it. Go hang out in the room, and then I'll come in and grab my guitar." He's like, "Just do not show him the frets. If Dave sees that 12th fret, it's going to give it away."
Nice.
Anyway, well, he's going to be going live in a minute. I don't want to hog up all the bandwidth.
So, by the way, how do you like his guitar? You played it for a while. How do you like that guitar?
It's nice. I like the flatter radius on the neck. But I mean, the second.
It's only an 8-inch radius.
Yeah, it's really it's very round. But
anything with Larry in 8 inches is too small.
Oh.
No, but I mean, the thing completely just rings out as soon as you strum anything. It's like,
yeah. That's great guitar. Especially, well, all of us are very good, but that's a special guitar right there.
Yeah, it sounds just. And as soon as we actually rehearsed the song one time through, and it was just like things sounded awesome. And when second I touched it, I was like, this is a well-made guitar here. So anyway, sorry I got to go, but like I said, don't
enjoy.
Plus, I want to go watch him play for a few minutes. You know,
I don't blame you. Enjoy that.
So, all right, guys,
have a good one, bro.
Ta-ta.
By the way, you're gonna miss our guest because he's coming on in like 3 minutes.
Damn
I just texted him. But you can see it on the replay.
I'll see it on the replay. And just Jeannie, I think, is in here watching on her phone. I saw her say hi to Larry, but I mean, she can always comment and say how great of a time we had at the Completely Unchained show. They were awesome. And yeah, can't say enough about them. If they go anywhere near anybody, go see them because they're really good. So.
Well, I know they're going to be here on Long Island on April 19th, and that's my birthday. So we'll see.
So there you go. Anybody near there, go see them. But I got to split.
Awesome.
Have a good show, man.
Have fun.
Yeah.
See you later. Well, how cool was that?
That was damn nice. And what a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. None of us knew about that.
Nope.
That was a surprise to everybody.
No,
that's very cool.
Yeah.
John Bulware, thank you for the thumbs up, even though you're leaving us early. We appreciate anyone giving us thumbs up. Hint, hint.
82 people watching right now, 36 thumbs ups. Let's get another 36 in here. What do you say? We can do it. Can we do it? Let's do it.
Come on. We just had musical guests. We showed off celebrity guitars. Come on, give us some thumbs up.
Okay. All right. I just did one.
There we go. Johnny likes the show. Good. Johnny, remember to subscribe.
Yeah.
I can't.
All right, I'll show you. I got the Frankenstein in my hand.
I can't subscribe to this channel. They won't let me.
In fact, it took me a long time to steal this from Eddie Van Halen. Here it is.
And Todd, aka Soda Pop, I don't have any other Robins. That's the only one I've ever owned. I played a Machete once. It's awesome. I'd love to get one, even with that weird-looking headstock. But I don't own any other Robins. Just that one.
I thought you said oven. I thought you said oven, not Robin.
I don't own anything of oven.
I don't own any other ovens.
Not since Auschwitz. No oven.
Oh, that's just horrible. Ay.
Let's see. Brendan B. Squared is updating whoever came in late. Yeah, we had a Jonathan crotch cam going earlier. You missed it.
Thumbnail.
more quality show that I bring onto this. Another bomb I drop in what was a good show. Johnny, I'm so sorry I fuck up everyone I appear on.
Oh man,
it's
all good, man.
Yeah,
it's all good. We had a great time in Anaheim.
Keep hanging on to that. Keep holding on to that. I let Mancuda screw up the show every Tuesday.
Oh man, we walked a lot, man.
We did. I lost like 5 pounds.
We walked a lot, ate a lot.
Well, dinner at Mari's. Mari's Italian in Anaheim, boy. All right. So before our guest comes on, do we have any questions from the chat?
Yes.
What amps do you use, Jonathan? Do you have any amplifiers?
I'm not. Do I have any amplifiers? 300 guitars. I hope I have some amps. Okay, here's the thing with me and amps. I'm not as much of an amp head as I am a guitar collector. So amps for me, I like an 80's Marshall. I have a JCM Silver Anniversary. I have my go-to amp, as silly as this sounds, because it's only like a small little 100-watt lunchbox. I love the GK ML250 because back in the 80s, that's what I played and I loved. So I have one of those also. I have a PV modeling amp at my other house, and I have a solid state Marshall also because it's small. So I take that when I travel on trips with me, just so I can noodle around. I think, let's see, that's it, right? 4. Yeah. So basically the Marshall and the GK, the tube Marshall, the 80's Marshall are really the two I really use as go-tos. If I was going to add to that, I'd probably get like a JCM 800 stack, and that's, maybe like a
why not a JMP? JMPs sound much, although I love JCM 800s, you should think about maybe getting a JMP 100-watt JMP amp. I
never played one, and I'm just kind of sticking to like what I know from back in the day. Like,
well, it's the precursor of the 800. It's just before the 800.
So and that's what, late 70s or early 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, both. They sound wonderful, really amazing.
Maybe I'll try, because I like combo amps, because I live in like a condo. It's a penthouse, so it's like I have other people in the building that I don't want to like blow away with like a full stack or something.
You live in penthouse?
Yeah, the top floor of the condo.
I meant like the magazine.
Oh, that's I'm sticky in the penthouse. That's I'm stuck to it. I'm very attached.
So yeah. Well, anyway, so listen, I'm going to give you guys a little hint as to who's our guest tonight, who will be on in just a second, and it's a musical hint. So you guys will have to guess. Oh, sorry, my guitar went out of tune.
Hey, playing guitar.
All right, so there's your hint. Now you guys have to guess who's coming up.
Wouldn't it be great if our guest was Michael Anthony, since we've been talking a lot
Michael Anthony, yeah, or David Lee Roth, or Edward Van Halen. It's all the same. It's all no.
Wouldn't it be great if it was Wolfgang?
Yeah, it would be great.
Let's see.
Yeah, just soda pop, almost unchained. It's so hard to play with a pick because my thumb I burnt my thumb, so I can't even. It hurts so much to even touch a pick or to play on the strings. And that's why it sounded the way it did. But I'm doing the best I can. I burnt my thumb.
And Todd, aka Soda Pop, I do not have any penthouse pets. I have my girlfriend who looks like a penthouse pet, but she's not a penthouse pet.
Nice.
There you go.
Yes, Dennis. Neil Sedaka is coming on. Is he even alive still?
Yeah, we got Chuck Mangione coming on. It's a really great show for you guys today.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Stow says, my big hair and big amp days are over. That's all right, man, because the rest of us are living it for you. Look at Dave's wall. You think his hairband days are over? Hell no.
No, my hair is all underneath this hat that my lovely stepmother made me.
That's a nice hat.
It's a Van Halen. She actually made it with Van Halen in mind, but didn't have any black yarn. So she just made it red and white.
Now you know what to get her for Christmas.
Some black yarn.
Black yarn.
Fix my hat, God damn it.
Damn you, woman. Nice. Even
John BL, you win.
You heard who our guest was.
John BL, you win. Yes. We're just figuring out. He's just finishing up a guitar lesson that he was giving, and
he's giving it to Johnny. That's why Johnny's off screen.
Jake Miller will be here in just a few seconds.
That's a good idea. Brian Stewart says you should get a black and yellow cap to go with that. That's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
See if she can embroider 5150 on there or something.
Wouldn't be on black and yellow though.
No. But on the one you have.
Okay.
On the red and white.
802 Blues, you know, I'd like to have Andy Aladort back on here, but not tonight.
Let's see. Thrash metal and fun riffs. Classic cartoon. Captain Caveman, Grape Ape, and Hong Kong Phooey. Hanna-Barbera, classic stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm all about it.
Yep.
Oh, Johnny's back.
Yeah, yeah. I had to go tuck the chickens in. Yep.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, Johnny.
Taka.
Caca doo-doo.
Any cockle-doo! Any cockle-doo!
Wait, was that Caveman too?
Captain Caveman. I don't know what the hell. Captain Caveman was hanging out with like 3 really hot teen chicks. How?
Captain Caveman. And Son. Remember that?
Oh, well, here's the problem. In the early 80s, every cartoon suddenly had a son. Like they threw a son to Plastic Man, to Fang Face, to Scooby-Doo. Everybody had a little baby, you know, junior partner there. So it's like Scooby and Scrappy-Doo. It was like, you know, Plastic Man and Baby Plaz, Fang Face and Fang Puss.
That was I guess the trend.
Yeah, no, someone in a boardroom said, "You know what would be great? Let's put a little kid cartoon with the adult cartoons. And this way we'll attract also the 3-year-old audience that wouldn't normally be watching Scooby-Doo." What the fuck were they thinking?
I don't know. Wait a minute, what happened to...
You know what I'm thinking.
Brian Stewart wants to know who Fang Puss is. It was a baby werewolf that they gave Fang Face. Fang Puss. It was a baby werewolf. Everyone was a baby in the mid 80s. They gave everyone a baby in the early 80s. Everyone.
Muppet Babies?
Yeah, well,
Muppet,
that was different. That was just like everyone was a baby, but it's like they gave you like a junior partner. Scrappy-Doo is the epitome of that era. Everyone remembers hating Scrappy-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and no, not Muttley. Donald Davenport brought up Muttley. Muttley was like already like a really cool dog. Always like pissing in
his laugh was cool. He really
pissing in Dick Dastardly's cornflakes. No matter what. Wacky Races, he screwed up Dick Dastardly's car. Stop That Pigeon. He's, you know, messing with the planes. He's, you know, I mean, everything. But it was already, like Dave said, he was like, he had a cool laugh.
The fact that you know Stop That Pigeon blows my mind.
Oh, dude.
I thought I was the only person that ever watched that when I was young.
You got to realize this was a cartoon technically about Nazis. You have to realize, because it's like Yankee Doodle Pigeon was working for the American Army. So this was someone that was like against America at the time. Dick Dastardly was German. He was, you know, he was like a Red Baron kind of character. So basically you had Dick Dastardly, Muttley, Zilly, and Clunk were basically funny Nazis chasing this, you know, Yankee Doodle Pigeon. You remember the song?
Vaguely.
Stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon. Remember that?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Penelope Pitstop. Everyone's talking about Penelope Pitstop being hot. That was Wacky Races. That was when Dick Dastardly and Muttley were in a car.
It's crazy.
Tonight's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Tom Slick, Tom and Jerry. There's a lot of cartoon talk in the chat today.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Davenport says Muttley was an undercover OSS agent, and that's why I kept screwing up Dick Dastardly.
Did you guys ever see the very last Tom and Jerry episode?
Very last?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they had a finale. They kept coming back every other year.
The very last Tom and Jerry episode of the original series. You know, the ones from the...
I don't think I did.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Does he kill Jerry?
Does he finally rip his little head off?
Nah. Should I say? Or you guys want to look it up?
I mean, it's not. There's not going to be spoilers. It's already.
What was that? 1960s? It's
50 years.
Too soon.
60s. Yeah.
Too soon.
They both tie themselves to a train track, and the train runs them both over.
Well, there you go. Wholesome entertainment song.
I'm not kidding either. Right, Howie? Howie saw it. We were watching it together.
Howie. Super Dog Howie. There he is.
There he is.
So what are we going to do about our problem?
Wait a minute.
Which one?
We were supposed to have this meeting after we were done. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Jim Nicholas, we talked about the upcoming Motley Crue movie, I think last week or the week before. So we did a whole segment on that. So check out last week, and you'll see we all gave a rundown of Motley Crue's The Dirt on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard there's all kinds of stuff coming out of that.
Oh yeah. Big time. They're talking which chick is hotter of cartoons. First of all, the cartoons. but with that said, when I was a kid, I think the hottest cartoon girl that I ever saw was there was a Flash Gordon cartoon that Filmation did in like 1979, and Princess Aura was like this really, really sexy adult-looking cartoon, like no joke. Like she was like sultry looking, like really taken seriously. So that goes for my my vote for sexiest cartoon girl. What do you guys think? I know this is silly, but let's roll with it. Old school cartoon. No counting Jessica Rabbit. That's not fair.
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Tarna from Heavy Metal, because that was like an adult cartoon, like kids' cartoons. Saturday morning.
Showman, can you say that? Well, you mean what would I think now? Because back when you're 8 years old watching that, you don't care. I mean it's
well, I kind of cared. I don't know. I thought Showman Blues called her Princess Oral. You have to see how this chick was drawn. You know what? Hold on a second. I actually have, no lie, I have an animation cell of Princess Aura. While you're thinking about it, I gotta grab this real quick.
Okay. Also, I sent him another link, and Howie has to go out. So.
All right. So, hang on. Oh, I'm getting a message from our guest. Let's see what happens.
Okay, you got to see this. Johnny, show this one real quick.
He just wanted to put Howie out.
Look at this. This was Flash Gordon and Princess Aura. Like, holy hell, right?
Yeah. That's
No,
that's a little provocative, no?
You think? And I love the cartoon. I mean, I was all about Flash Gordon. I mean, they even had lizard women with bullwhips. I mean, geez, were the kinky kidding you? Look at that. No lie there. No, it's like here's Dale Arden, which is supposed to be like Flash's very wholesome girlfriend.
And I know she looks hot too. It's those big eyes.
But she's wholesome. You have Flash, he's with Dale, and then you got, Princess Aura comes around and she's like, "Hello, Flash Gordon."
I'm not comfortable talking about, how hot cartoon chicks are.
Hey, I'm just going with the chat. I'm just going with the chat. Penelope Pit Stop was smoking.
So
Ken
funny.
Says. I mean, Jesus. I mean, you had like all these kinky women on Flash Gordon. It's like, geez. Now here's Flash and his girlfriend Dale Arden, and Flash is looking for Princess Aura.
Looks like the same woman you just showed us.
Yeah, I said that's Dale Arden. That's his girlfriend. How about that stuff? Let's see. Brian Stewart says she looks like a stripper. Oh, that's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman looks like a stripper.
All right.
Jake, you here?
I can hear you guys.
Where are you?
Let's try to get your video happening.
That would be nice.
Johnny just went to let the dog out, so
Okay.
let's see if we can figure that out.
Who let the dogs out? So, Jake, while we at least have you audio, what do you think about cartoons that you thought were sexy?
Oh Lord.
Cartoons that I thought were sexy.
Like, who do you think was like the hottest cartoon character in Saturday mornings?
I would have to say it was Josie on Josie and the Pussycats.
Someone else said Josie. Someone else went for Josie.
Yeah, Josie. I would have said, I guess her name was Melody.
Oh, Melody.
The drummer. I think she was the drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the blonde of Josie and the
so
Pussycats.
dumb. She was so dumb that her looks, forget it.
Pretty funny.
You couldn't. She wasn't dateable, but boy, was she good looking.
So, Jake, Todd, a.k.a. Soda Pop, who's in the shack, says, Jake was ripping the other night. Cheers.
Nice. Thanks, Todd. Glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Did we say who our guest is?
Well, we can, we'll do that right now. Our guest is Jake C. Miller from the band Completely Unchained. And they are actually a national act. They go all around the country and play the best Van Halen. I mean, they sound just like Van Halen. When you hear them, when you see them, it's ridiculous how you would think you were back in 1982 to 1984. It's it's like watching Van Halen circa 1982. It's amazing. Really amazing.
Good time period.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Jake he lives on Long Island here with me, and he's just, you watch him play and you think it's Eddie Van Halen. You really do. And, I mean, when he does Van Halen stuff, it's just mind blowing. It's very good.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Jake, what part of Long Island are you from?
I'm originally from Dix Hills. I lived in Deer Park most recently, and I'm currently in Bohemia.
Okay. I grew up, I grew up in Wheatley Heights.
Yep.
Moved to Smithtown. Went to Half How Hills.
I went to Half How Hills.
There, east or west?
East.
We should talk.
That's pretty funny. What year did you graduate?
I can't say.
Okay.
But we'll talk off air. But
well, I don't know if Jake's going to stay with us that long because he, he's got to fly tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see. Then move to Smithtown, and you said Bohemia. Did you ever go to Coeds?
I don't know what that is.
It was a chain of bars and clubs in Bohemia.
I can't say they have.
Okay. Johnny's back. Johnny, can you get Jake on here?
Hey, Jake.
What's up, man? I can see you, but nobody can see me once again. I don't really remember what I did to fix that problem earlier.
Damn it. Oh, man.
Well, we could all just turn our cameras off. It can just be, the podcast, segment.
That's so funny. I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong, if it's me or my computer or what.
Well, it's Tech More on Tuesday, so welcome.
It's what?
It's Tech More on Tuesday. Every time I come on, I mess up something electronically.
Right.
So you're in good company. I probably jinxed your camera.
Okay.
Now we lost him. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say about your camera, Jake. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We could still do an audio interview if you want. You could just keep talking. I'll keep talking, and
so let's
maybe another time we'll try to get the video thing going.
Let's. When did you start? When did you start playing in like the Van Halen tribute band thing? When did you? I know you've been in a few of them. So when did you start doing that? I
started about 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my 13th year. 2 years with Completely Unchained. I spent a little over 10 years with Bottoms Up, which is where I got started. I also was in a band called Everybody Wants Some, based out of Maryland, throughout the time I was in Bottoms Up.
Wow, and you traveled? Did you travel for that?
Yeah, I traveled all the way down to Maryland. We did the Baltimore area and some Pennsylvania shows, and I just made sure it didn't interfere with my hometown band.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of years ago, I got asked to fill in with Completely Unchained, and it just became it like morphed into a permanent position. So here I am.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really cool. Very cool. So let's talk a little bit about your guitars. Do you build them yourself, right?
I built 3 of my guitars. I built my Frankie, my 78, and my Bumblebee. I recently purchased a replica 5150, which I upgraded myself. And they all pretty much play very similar to the way you set them up for me. So
cool.
I have to thank you for that.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Anytime you want to come here and have your guitars worked on, or if you just want to hang, I love having you here. So
cool. I wish I had more free time for that, because I would be there every day. I love jamming on all your guitars, and
cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Question from the audience.
Sure.
Showman Bruce wants to know, Jake, were you in Ocala this year?
I was. We did a show at the Riley Arts Center. It was sold out.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great show. We have to thank the radio station down there for all their hard work in promoting that gig. It was standing room only, sold out performance. Our first time in Ocala.
Wow, that's amazing.
Do you play LA a lot?
What's that?
You play in Los Angeles a lot?
We have not been to Los Angeles yet. There are a couple other bands out that way, probably preventing us from doing so because of monetary reasons.
Okay.
To fly us all out to LA or Vegas or any place like that, it's going to cost some money, and we're not just going to fly out there for a one-off. So
sure.
That would have to be something we'd have to work on.
So you play mostly what, in the Northeast region, or?
We do the East Coast, from Maine to Florida.
Cool.
We're starting to get offers in the Midwest, like Louisiana, Chicago, Mississippi, I think I heard most recently. And we've also been overseas. I've been to Germany, Kuwait, and most recently Abu Dhabi to play for the United States military.
Nice.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yep.
Always love to support our soldiers.
Yeah.
Our
Absolutely.
military. We're very proud.
Yep.
Audience question from Brian Stewart. And we were discussing this actually last week. Do you want Van Halen to come back out with Diamond Dave, Hagar, both or neither, or Gary Sharon?
You know what? That's actually a great question. Both or neither. Both are that's a great way to. No one's ever asked that question that way until now.
What do you think, Jake?
Well, you know, I go to see Eddie mostly. It is great, I think, to see the original lineup. So if I had to say what I would like to see next, I'd like to see Mikey come back with Dave and Al and Ed, and give us the 40-year anniversary we were all waiting for. Hopefully that's going to go down. If it doesn't, I'll pretty much take any version of VH as long as it doesn't include the lead singer from Extreme. You know, I'd be happy hearing Sammy do his thing as well. I like that time period of Van Halen. I think Sammy's a great guy and a great singer, and you know, it's all about the music of Van Halen to me. It's what it comes down to.
You know what I'd like to see, and you know, you might think I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I'd like to see Mike Anthony come play with you guys and have your bass player sing the Sammy stuff while Mike plays it.
Nice.
You know, it's funny you would say that. I would love to play with Mikey. I would love to jump in with Sammy and Mikey, and Jason Bottom on the drums. I think that would be amazing. But yeah, any combination of any of those guys involving me would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. The thing is, if you play with Sammy, you'd probably have to tune your guitar a whole step flat.
Whatever I got to do, man.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I'd like to give my endorsements a plug right now. If you
absolutely,
don't mind.
Please do.
Sure.
So I'd like to thank GHS Guitar Strings. I use Boomers exclusively, 9-gauge. Pariah Pickups for providing me with some great sound. I use a Pasadena White on all my guitars, and they are identical to a more popular brand that I was using prior to them signing me. And they were able to give me the exact results that I expected and asked for. So I'm very happy with my Pariah Pickups.
Yeah, we love Sean Christopher. He's
a great guy. Takes excellent care of me, and I couldn't be happier to be working with them. Intune Guitar Picks has been providing me with my signature guitar picks for many years. I don't actually play them. I give them out as little gifts to the audience. And most recently, I signed on with Eargasm earplugs. Because I've been having an issue with ringing ears after the concerts. It's getting loud, and I'm getting older. So I now use my Eargasm earplugs. They're high-fidelity earplugs every night I play.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Very cool.
Always good to support your endorsers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always. I mean, they're really good to me, so the least I could do is, give them shout-outs and tag them and stuff like that when I can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you've just joined us, we have Jake C. Miller from the Van Halen tribute band called Completely Unchained. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties with his video, but we have him here on audio. So if anyone has any questions for Jake, please ask. We'd love to have him answer any questions you have.
We could pretend that Blue Rhino is Jake. And,
Yeah, I'm endorsed GHS Boomers, and we're really happy to have them. And
yeah, so you can pretend that this is Jake, and we'll just do voiceover. It'll work.
I'm really disappointed that the video is not working because I took the time to hang up all my guitars behind me. I got the Marshalls out, you know, and
Of course. What else? You know, if it could. What is it? What's that called?
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law, of course.
No, it's Tech Moron Tuesday. This is what happens. Jake, I used to broadcast from my upstairs, which has all these really cool full-size old school arcade games in the background. Yep. I'm thinking this is a great setup. And I couldn't get reception for shit. So now I'm in my freaking bedroom where there's nothing interesting.
All right, so we do have some questions for Jake. First of all, Parabot2 asks Jake, a YouTube channel? ?
Do I have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
I do. I don't go on my YouTube channel much, I guess, because I don't end up with the original recordings of a lot of the things I need to post. So you'd probably be better looking for the Completely Unchained YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
There you may see a lot more video. I'm not exactly really sure. I don't go on that a whole lot. We do most of our social media through Facebook or Instagram. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure if you go on the Completely Unchained YouTube video channel, you'll see some videos.
Cool. And Dan Halen asks, what does Jake use amp-wise?
Great question. So I have 2 rigs. One is in New York and one is in Florida. My rig in New York consists of a Marshall JCM 2000 DSL 100 with 2 Marshall 412 cabinets, one with V30s, one with stock Marshall speakers. In Florida, I just recently scored a PV 5150 Eddie Van Halen Signature Series, and I'm playing that through a 412 Jackson cabinet right now, which is just what I ended up with in Florida. I guess we'll probably end up with a Marshall at some point with that rig also.
Very cool. And do you use any effects? What effects do you use, if any?
Well, I do. Both rigs are identical. I use all stomp boxes, Phase 90, EVH flanger, Boss delays, and I have a little trick that I am able to utilize as a boost for leads that gives me clean dB.
Very cool. That's very cool.
Nice. So just to reiterate, you have a Completely Unchained Facebook page that people could send likes to, right?
Absolutely. Completely Unchained is on Facebook. It's a band page. You can go to our website, which is completelyunchainedrocks.com. And there you'll see all the dates, all the links to the websites, all the videos you need to see, pictures, where we played, where we'll be playing. It's a great website.
Nice.
Mr. C5150 asks, Jake, any chance of playing the Casino Ballroom in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire?
I've never heard of that one. We don't currently have any gigs in New Hampshire. Tell him to message me or message the band with that information, and we'll see what we could do. We do a lot of casino shows, so hopefully that would be something we could find out about.
All right, Mr. C, you heard that. Contact Jake or Completely Unchained for that. Ken Stowe, I'll answer that question for you. Jake uses 9-gauge strings. 9 through 42, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And do you tune down a half step, or are you
half step down? Yep, all the guitars.
Okay. Parabot, I'm sure is not gonna want to share this. Parabot asks, "Can you share your trick? We are all VH gear nuts and always attempting to get the sound."
What trick is he referring to?
I guess the boost trick.
The boost trick. That's a secret I've been carrying around since 1992. I don't really get too deep into that conversation because apparently I'm one of the very few guys that knows how to do it. I don't know why. Right. It's a really simple procedure. I can give you a example of what to do to achieve it. You need to find a preamp pedal with just clean dB boost. You run it into the effects loop of your amp, and you press it when you want to boost your leads, and it will give you nothing but volume. It will not alter your tone. It will not affect any of the other pedals, and you'll be blowing out the sound guy's eardrums for the.
Oh, that makes sense though, because it goes right into the power section. Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense. That's very smart.
Yeah, that one. That's an old trick I learned from a buddy of mine way back when. Been doing it for about 25 years.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Brian Stewart says, "Don't give up your secrets."
Yeah,
How he says that.
I really don't. But all you got to do is come to a show and take a look at my pedal board, and you're gonna get a gist of what I'm doing. So, it's not much of a secret. I'm just not gonna announce it.
You're not going to offer it up. Yeah.
Correct.
And I respect that. So yeah, if Jake says he doesn't want to answer a question, please respect that. Let's see what else. I have a question. What's your favorite Van Halen song to play every night?
Well, I would have to say there's a lot of them, but one of them is "Feel Your Love Tonight."
Mm-hmm.
Because of the guitar work in that song and the vocal challenge. There's a little bit of everything going on there. And all throughout that, I'm running around and doing splits and flips and jumps, and it's a fun song to play.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, when you sing backup vocals, do you sing 80's parts or Michael's parts?
I sing 80's parts 100% accurately.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And are there any songs you like purposely avoid playing? Like, do you avoid certain eras? Do you just like, turn down certain requests, even though it's part of the catalog, just because you personally don't like stuff?
Well,
like the Sharon era?
What?
Like the Gary Sharon era?
Yeah, I never even bought that album, man. I don't even know if I listened to it.
You didn't miss much, brother. You didn't miss much.
So we're going to avoid.
I disagree with you guys. I really think that there are a lot of hidden gems in that. I mean, I don't particularly care for the vocals. It's okay. But there's a lot of cool Eddie things. I mean, most of the songs, I have mixed feelings about it. Some of the songs don't feel and sound like they blend, like the parts all mesh together. But the playing is great, and there are some hidden gems. I was like, ooh, there's some stuff in there that, I mean, Eddie, did on that record that you probably haven't heard before. That's really cool. There's a song where he plays the guitar solo. He does a standalone solo on a choral sitar, which is really, really cool. I think you should hear it. I think it's really cool. And it's the head of the song Ballot or the Bullet, I believe. Mm-hmm. Johnny, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's called Primary.
Primary, yeah. It's really good. It's like listening to Eddie Van Halen play a regular Eruption type thing, but on a sitar.
It's amazing. Eruption on a sitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But do you avoid certain songs, or like what does your catalog run from?
Well, it's not like we have a certain era we're trying to portray or emulate or anything. We're basically trying to play what the audience wants to hear. We have to do all the hits. Anything that was on the radio, we're going to play it. I remember when we did the House of Blues, I went back and watched your broadcast, and some of you guys were wondering why we opened up with Pretty Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain that. We didn't get a sound check. We rolled in and we turned our amps on, and can you hear it? Yep. Okay, good. That song is a great song to kind of work out the kinks in a situation like that. It's easy for the sound guy to mix. It gets our vocal, going a little bit, and it eases the band into an even flow, so to speak. So that's one
makes
reason.
Sense.
Yeah, that's why we chose that. It kind of warms us up. It kind of gives us a little bit of a sound check at the same time, and then we can start kicking into high gear from there.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that I understand that now. I think we all understand that. But as a fan's point of view, can you understand why we would be a little,
Sure,
like that, without knowing that you just got there and you didn't have time to even wipe your ass yet.
Right.
Yeah,
I know. It's not my personal favorite song to open up a show with, but in certain circumstances, it really helps us out a lot and gets us comfortable.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, with the backstory you just told us, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody followed us on our journey this weekend, but we had one hell of a difficult tour this past weekend, and we almost missed that House of Blues show. We had to drive almost 11 hours from Florida to get there. Our plane got derailed with the storm, and we made a last minute decision to hop in a van and just drive there. We got a blowout on the way. We went through tornadoes. I mean, it was pretty intense. So to even get to the club was a miracle. To pull off a show the way we did was another miracle. I have to thank the fans for being patient with us and waiting it out for us to get there because we were late. And because of them, we were able to give them a really good show.
That's
nice.
all.
Nice. It's all about the fans, man. It's all about.
It's all about the show and the fans, man. We spend a lot of time with our fans each and every night after the show. In fact, the bouncers were trying to throw us out of the House of Blues because we were still taking pictures and shaking hands with people. And I understand they all have time frames, but we like to get to every single person that we can at the end of the night.
Well, that's the way to do it. I mean, that's
very cool.
That's what it's all about. That's what's going to get them coming back to you. Customer service is what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question from the audience. Powerbot wants to know: did you learn the Van Halen tunes by ear, or did you learn from books, tab, etc.?
Pretty much all of the above. When I first started playing, I was really big into Eddie, and I would just learn everything by ear. And because back then there was no internet, there was book, that came out. And but as I started getting deeper into learning all the songs for the tribute, when I first started out, I used as many resources as I could find because I wanted to get a lot of the notes as accurately as I could get them. And sometimes just listening to it was difficult to achieve that,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I learned by listening. I watched videos over and over and over and over and over again. I dialed up some tablature. I could read, music. I could read tab. So I did whatever I had to do to get the parts as correctly as I could.
Jake, also regarding the Pretty Woman starting your set, Tessie Switch, Rob Welch from Tessie Switch, he says, good warm-up song, good philosophy. And Jake, you should get in touch with Rob at Tessie Switch and talk about him maybe getting you a kill switch for your guitar.
Cool.
He makes kill switches. He has the ones that Eddie uses and every other kill switch you could possibly think of. He does amazing work with that stuff. So you should probably get in touch with him if you need a kill switch for one of your guitars.
What was his first name? What was his name again?
His name is Rob Welch, and his company's name is Tessie Switch, TESI Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Right there.
There you go.
Awesome. Right. Great. Thanks for the information, guys.
No problem.
Jake, if you could have us watch one video of you playing live, what would it be?
Mean Street.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite songs. I think I've got the tone that pretty much nails the Fair Warning album. I get a chance to elaborate on not only Eddie's style, but a little of my style in that song. We do a bit of an extended solo at the end as it's on the album, as it fades out. We actually play all that. The vocals are spot on. I mean, I think it's a great song, first of all, and we hit it pretty hard.
Nice.
Yeah, I would even say if you scroll back to Friday's show when we were getting bits and pieces of Jay bootlegging Jake's show, check out the guitar solo, the standalone guitar solo, the Eruption. It is amazing.
Thank you.
So good. I don't even have any other words that it's like, forget it. It's just so good.
I appreciate that. You know, again, an Eruption, I play most of it like the record, but I do like to improvise a little bit. Eddie was always known for his improvising skills, and you know, I like to play my own style throughout the night when I can, without confusing anyone or going off too much on a tangent. But in Eruption, I do throw in a couple extra little licks of my own, just to make it fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Ken Stowe wants to know, Jake, do you laugh at all the wrong ways people play Ed's riffs?
No, and I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody's allowed to have their own interpretation of any musical player, especially Eddie Van Halen. Because if you watch all the different Van Halen tribute bands across the country, they all have different interpretation of how it should sound, how it should look, how it should be played. And so no, I'm not that type of person. I'm a little more humble in what I do, and I'm not going to sit here and start mocking or laughing at anybody else for doing it right or wrong. It's all about how you perceive it and how you interpret it and what your capabilities are.
That's awesome. That's really a great way to think about it. Parabot2 says, asks, how much do you practice, Jake?
Wow. A lot of people are probably going to throw an egg at the computer screen right now when I tell you this, because I don't really practice at all.
Well, you gig enough that it becomes your practice, right?
Yeah, I play enough shows to the point where I don't have to practice, but if I were to practice a little bit, you know, there's a chance I could get a little better. But yeah, I don't really practice much, and if I do, I don't play Van Halen at all. I write my own songs in my spare time. I just noodle, goof around just to keep my fingers moving. But yeah, my time with the Van Halen music is usually just spent on stage.
How long did you used to practice back when you were first learning the songs?
Hours. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. And then my band religiously practiced every Tuesday night for hours for about 1.5 years until we could pull it together to start playing.
Nice.
I'm just checking the chat to see if there are any more questions. So
yeah, I'm trying not to miss any, but I'm really interested in it. A lot of the guys in the chat were saying they've seen you and that you're really kicking ass on stage. So
yeah,
that's very cool. I appreciate it, man. That's, you know, that's really what we're up there for. We want to put on a good show. You know, again, it's up to interpretation, how people perceive it. We're not trying to emulate any certain specific time frame of the band. You know, I have different outfits that I come out in that will
emulate. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Yes. Yes.
You know, I could look like the US Festival Eddie. I could look like the Oakland 81 Eddie. I could look like Van Halen 2 Eddie. I could look like Van Halen 1 Eddie. I mean, I have a lot of different outfits and guitars to make a lot of those happen. I'm partial to the jumpsuits. I think because most people can relate to that look. And it's all about, you know, perception. It's all about how the audience perceives what they're seeing, you know, because a lot of people hear with their eyes, and you want to make it nice and clear and nice and simple. Looks like Eddie Van Halen, awesome. You know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know, from 10 feet away, you really do look like Eddie Van Halen. You have kind of that same smile. I mean, regardless of the clothing or not, you know, when you're wearing your hair and you have that guitar on with your smile the way it is, you look like Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever tried looking like the disappointed that Valerie Bertinelli weighed 250 pounds, Eddie Van Halen?
You know how many questions I get about Valerie? It's so funny. The only thing I know about Valerie is I had a crush on her when she was on that show One Day at a Time.
No, we all did. Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, she's my one out. Yeah. Sue Parsons asks Jake, coming to Virginia anytime this year?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. Let me pull my schedule up because we might be. Give me 1 second. We used to play Leesburg, Virginia. I'm not sure if that's on the schedule. Let's see what we got here. We'll be in Maryland a couple times. Atlantic City. I don't see anything in Virginia at the moment, but I will make a note of it, and we'll see if we can head to the Virginia area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Soda Pop says, what guitar straps do you use?
I use the EVH guitar straps, modded with the lobster claw at the end, just like Ed's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me. When you come to my house the next time, I will have some mods for you. I'll have a mod for your Floyd Rose, and I'll have some of these for you as well, so that you can have. These are the clips that Eddie used from, say, 1981 till he stopped using the Music Man guitars.
Yeah, that's cool. Those are hard to find.
Yeah, once he went to Peavey, he changed these over to the dog clips.
Right.
But, he was using this exact clip until then.
Very cool.
So I'll have them for your strap. And I have a mod for your Floyd. I don't know if you can see this on this guitar, but it's more. This is actually the mod on Eddie's arm that he has on his Frankenstein right now. But it's the assembly that is on the whale tail Floyd Rose that you would see on the early years.
Right. I think you had looked at mine last time I was there, and it seemed to have been frozen on it. We have to kind of jar that one off.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, because my bar is very loose. It's the screw-in type.
Right.
And it's very wiggly, man, and so
well, yeah. That's the way the bar is on Eddie's personal guitars. They're super loose, almost too loose.
Really? Yeah, mine's the same way.
Yeah, that's the way they are on his guitars. But, you can check this out when you come here, and if you like it, we can put it on yours.
Cool.
Jake Powerbot asks, how accurate are the Van Halen guitars you build, and what pickups do you use specifically?
Okay, my Frankie is really accurate. I did forget somehow when I was building it to do the white stripe on the outer edge. I don't know what I was thinking.
This one here, that's
big one, and it drives me nuts that I forgot that. So I actually have a guy who made me a new body. His name is Mitchell Floyd. He built me an exact replica body that I'm dying to grab from him so I can put my neck on it and kind of rebuild my Frankie, which will be spot on, 100% accurate. And once again, the pickups I use are exclusive Pariah pickups, Pasadena Whites. They're low impedance. I don't like the higher gain pickups. I think they're a little noisy. I let my amp do a lot of the talking and the pickup not have to work so much.
Very cool.
Cool. And remember, guys, tone, it's all in the fingers.
That's where it starts.
What else we have here?
I'm playing Eruption right now.
I was just gonna say, Johnny, how come you're not saying anything, man? You've been quiet for a while.
Man.
Yeah. Welcome to our show.
Uh-huh.
Wait, there I am.
He falls asleep every once in a while. You know, you have to wake him up.
Man, you know, I really wish my camera was working. I got my Van Halen shirt on. Would have been so cool.
That's the second time I forgot to ask. So we're talking about your stage clothing. Do you have in your pile of Van Halen stage clothing the Dice shirt or the No Bozos shirt and the jeans with all the leather patches on it from '84?
Of course I do. I have the Dice shirt. I have the patch pants. I even have the No Bozo shirt. But I don't wear that for some strange reason. I don't know why.
How about the the LA Rams t-shirt?
That's hard to find, dude. I've searched everywhere for that.
You may, you know what? You may want to get a hold of Derek Fuller from Van Halen.
I already spoke to him.
You did?
Yeah, he won't reveal his secrets.
Oh, I'll get it from him. I'll ask him.
All right.
What about a poof shirt?
Oh yeah, well he's not Michael Anthony.
Jake, do you guys have your own shirts that you guys sell?
We do. We have two brands right now, and a brand up in New York and a brand down in Florida, which we will be discontinuing the Florida market shirt, which is a CU logo rather than the VH logo. I think we feel that the Van Halen crowd really wants a Van Halen t-shirt with our name on it. I believe we're sort of allowed to do it as long as it says we're a tribute band, and I think our shirt does say that. I don't remember, but we do have shirts. They're usually available at our shows.
Cool.
That's cool. What other type of swag do you guys sell?
For a while, we had some coffee cups and keychains, but they weren't moving as well. I think people generally like just the t-shirts.
Mm-hmm. You know, t-shirts and as silly as this sounds, maybe a tour book with just great photos of you guys. Doesn't have to be like a full tour, but I mean a book with great action photos of you guys. I think that would sell.
That's not a bad idea. We'd have to look into the cost aspect of that. I was actually thinking of doing some maybe some glossies and sign them after a show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could either have individuals or a group photo and give those out or something like that at the end of the night. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And picks are always appreciated.
The guitar picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like I said, with I'm endorsed by Intune Guitar Picks, and those picks have the band logo on one side and my signature on the back. It's a fan favorite. Everybody loves it. I throw them out, and you can see like 20 people beating each other up trying to get the pick. You know?
I think Johnny uses Intune as well, right, Johnny?
Yes, I'm endorsed as well.
Very good.
About 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah, me too, man.
I love
Perfect.
Intune. I love Intune. They make amazing picks.
Yeah, I've got to find out if they make something similar to the Herco. I use Dunlop Hercos to actually play with.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I don't know if Bert makes that pick. I'm going to see if he maybe can somehow develop it. I'm trying to get endorsed by Dunlop because these Hercos are not cheap. And which is why I try not to throw too many of those out into the audience because, you know, it's all about dollars and cents these days, you know?
Yeah. Now, which guitar picks do you have taped to your guitar, the signatures or the Hercos?
I try to have both. I like to be Johnny on the spot. You know, if I'm running around and somebody wants a pick, I want to be able to give it to them. I don't want to have to run all the way back to the microphone stand, grab a pick, and, you know. So I'll put a couple of Hercos and a couple of signature picks on.
Oh, yeah. You know, on your avatar, it has both on there. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just looking at it now. Yep.
There you go.
Cool. I forget, what is the neck that's on your Frankie?
I knew you were going to say that. That's a Warmouth neck, stainless steel frets.
That's very cool. Yeah, I love the stainless steel frets. I used to not be a fan, but I've become a fan of them.
I love them. Those
They
things
never wear out.
They don't wear out. That's right. They do wonders on the strings, but they don't wear out. And I've gotten really used to them. I guess from all the years of playing, they're just so soft and not sharp at all. Yeah, I just, I don't really like not playing on anything else, to be honest with you.
Parabot asks, what gauge picks do you use?
I play the Herco Flex 75s.
Okay.
Wow. I use the same ones too, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, Johnny, are you Jake?
Look, I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I use the exact same. Right
And
there.
what's the reason behind that? Why do you use those guitar picks?
I started using them originally, like, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago, because I heard that the Edge from U2 uses them.
He uses something very similar, but
Very
yes,
similar to these.
same type of pick.
I like the grip, but I like to turn the pick around and use the grip side on the strings to like really dig in.
And that's the sound that the Edge gets, like when that's the sound against the strings that the Edge gets. Yeah.
It's like a sandpaper kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I started using them. I went through pretty much every guitar pick out there while I was developing my Van Halen technique, and they were all flying out of my fingers. I couldn't hold on to a guitar pick for more than one song. Until I started playing those Hercos, I never drop a pick, ever.
Yeah. When I play, my hands get wet.
Yep.
I'm always nervous all the time.
Yeah. Play underwater?
And anyway, they're great.
Yeah,
they're
the
great.
grip is awesome.
I go through where I use the Dava picks because you can grip that as well. They're rubber on the black part here is rubber, and it's and you can see the tip is it's not a big area, but it's enough. And then I also use the Dunlop Flex Grip, Max Grip, I think they're called. Well, this is the EVH one, but it's a Max Grip and it's a 60 gauge, which is exactly. Actually, someone just asked what Eddie uses. What does Eddie use? Todd Soda Pop asked what gauge does Eddie use. He uses this pick. It's a 60 gauge. Yeah. 0.60. That's what Eddie uses.
Who makes the ones that Eddie uses?
Dunlop.
Okay.
And speaking of in tune, my bag is right here on the.
There you go.
On the desk. There's mine.
Awesome.
They say johnnybeane.com on one side, and they got my signature on the other.
That's great, man. It's a great plug. Thanks, Bert and Intune, for all the years of service and your wonderful guitar picks, man.
Yeah. And I use heavies, by the way. Mine are like Fender heavies.
Wow.
That's what I use.
All right, guys. One more time. If anybody wants to find me on Facebook, it's Jake C. Miller on Facebook. I have a Reverb Nation page, Jake Clifton Miller on Reverb Nation. You'll find some of my instrumental stuff, my original music. You can find Completely Unchained at www.completelyunchainedrocks.com or on Facebook at Completely Unchained. Our next series of shows will be this coming weekend. We'll be back in Florida. I think I have 3 shows, maybe 4 in 3 days. Then we're back in Florida the following weekend, and then we head out to Pittsburgh and Maryland, I believe, the weekend after. And then we'll start heading back into the Northeast as April and May come.
Yeah, you have a show on April 19th at 89 North here on Long Island. That's my birthday, so.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
I may come out to see you. I'll try to.
Let me know, Dave. If you're coming out my way, I will definitely put you and a guest on the list.
Thank you.
And we'll celebrate some birthday time for you.
Yeah, please. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, only one guest. It's not that awesome. Only one guest he's putting on. What sort of offer is that? It's his birthday.
It's always a +1.
Whatever he wants. Just gotta let me know.
Well, I just it'd be fun to see you. It'd be fun to hang out while you guys play on my birthday.
Yeah, we don't play Long Island too often, so that's a home crowd. 89 North, I guarantee it will sell out. It will be packed.
Yeah, it'll be packed in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
All right, Stan Adams points out that he drills holes in his picks, and I just have to give a quick shout out to a guy who's been good to me is Swiss Picks. I really like my buddy Pete at Swiss Picks, and those guys already make picks with holes in them. Really great grips. I love to use those. So
yeah, I'd like to try one of those. I've never tried one. I'd love to try one.
But you will, because some are on their way to you.
Oh, that's
some
nice.
on their way to you and Johnny and Jay and Rob. So
that's awesome. Thank you.
We'll talk about them on the show when Pete mails them out. But
awesome. Yeah, I got to get in touch with Pete and say hello. I haven't seen him. He used to live here on Long Island, and I used to enjoy going to this little guitar shop called Music Services, which is no longer around. And he would come in and show us the new wild Charvel that he just bought. You know, he was always like the 80's metal guy, the 80's hard rock guitar guy. So he'd always have this cool, a new cool Charvel, which was an old Charvel, and he'd bring it around. And he's got the coolest guitars. Definitely does.
Yeah, Pete still collects Charvels. That's how I know him.
Yeah.
All right, guys, my time is up. I got to get going.
All right, Jake. Thank you so much for coming on, and I'll get in touch with you maybe at the beginning of next week. You do your shows this week. Have a safe trip, and have a great little tour.
Guys, remember to like Jake C. Miller on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I'll put all his links in the description once we're done.
There you go. That'd be great. Yeah.
Everything will be right there.
If anybody has any questions or anything, they want anything, any guitar picks, they live at a destination that we're not coming to, just write to me, and I'll make sure I take care of everybody.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I wish the video was working. Let's do it again next time. We'll try to get that video on.
I was just going to say, let's do it again as soon as possible.
All right. I had a great time. Thanks again, guys.
Right.
Thank you, Jake.
Right on. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Very cool.
Awesome. Jake C. Miller, everybody.
The great Jake C. Miller. Good guess, man. Good guess.
Yeah. All right already.
He deserves a lot of applause. That's a good guy.
My applause machine just doesn't know when to stop. God.
Yeah. And yeah, we were talking earlier. We got him on camera earlier, and we talked for quite a while. Quite a while.
Tech more on Tuesday, I'm telling you. It's my fault. No matter what, it's my fault.
Clayton James Hicks. Yes, today is Tech Moron Tuesday. That's right.
Ah!
Oh, Telecaster Tuesday.
Tech more on Tuesday. It's Frankenstein. Oh, no.
When I'm on, it's Tech more on Tuesday. We got to get shirts made up. I got to get a shirt made up that says that Tech Moron. I'm still trying to get a Nerd Halen shirt. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Today's shirt is a Pickle Rick.
Oh, I like that.
Pickle Rick.
Oh yes, I noticed that. Speaking of Nerd Halen, they're playing tonight.
Oh yes,
right tonight at the Whiskey A Go Go.
The Ultimate Jam.
Ultimate Jam at the Whiskey.
That's cool.
The whole band. You guys, I reposted their I don't know if it was a flyer. I think it was a flyer to the Johnny Beane TV Facebook, the EVH Gear Fans Live Facebook. It looks like the cover of 0812. Cool. And it's their faces, and in the text it says Nerd Halen.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Nice. And if you guys want any swag from Jake's band on the East Coast, he sells band shirts too. So very cool.
Yes. Very cool.
Just give me a second. Jake just texted me. I'll elaborate in a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see his setup, man.
Well,
I want to see anything.
That's what he just texted me, and I just asked him if I could show it on the show first. He just
it'll be the thumbnail.
He texted me a great photo.
Amanda Coombs got a Nerd Halen t-shirt today.
Wow. Yeah, Caleb. Caleb, you're on tonight?
There we go.
I think they go on somewhere, I want to say somewhere around 11 o'clock p.m.
Caleb in the house.
Somewhere.
All right, so I have a photo. This was Jake's background he was going to show us.
Nice. That's what we missed?
That's what we missed. That was his background.
That's a cool setup.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's almost like a mini Nesdal setup.
Yeah. It's very cool. I like the Guitar Lounge plaque that he has there. But I didn't even know that he had a Wolfgang. He has a PV Wolfgang that it looks great.
It's like a Dave Nesdal cover wall.
Yeah, check that out. There's a PV Wolfgang
special.
Special, yeah. Is it black or is it purple? I can't tell. I think it's black.
You can expand.
I did expand it. It looks it looks black to me, but it might be purple because it's dark.
It looks black.
That looks like a dark blue.
Yeah, well, I think you know what? Now that I see it, it looks purple to me. It looks like the purple one. I'm going to ask him right now.
Caleb said that's the Nesdal shrine at Jake's
house. The Wolfgang purple or black? Question mark.
It's like Dave Stalker. if you turn the camera around to the other wall, there's photos of Dave everywhere.
Weren't you lost in Dave's bathroom for like 3 days?
Jake says that Wolfgang is purple.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, purple. I knew it was purple. Yeah, it looks purple.
Purple's better than black.
Mad Dog says the Dave Nesdal starter wall. Very funny.
You should have your own line of guitar hooks.
Oh, I use the Hercules. Hercules!
Hercules! Hercules!
You should have your own line of wallpaper. Where it just looks like your wall.
Yes.
And anybody can put it up and be like, look at me.
Yeah, I've heard there's other guys online with photos of your wall. And they swear it's theirs.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, Nez wallpaper, Caleb says.
Neswall.
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 It's the Neswall.
It's the Neswalls. Was that a Saturday morning cartoon, the Neswalls?
It's like one of those 50s sitcoms, the Neswalls. It's like Mother, Father, Junior, and Sally. And of course, Dog Rover.
That talks.
Yeah, it was a very wholesome family TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Neswalls.
Jason! Jason McNamara!
Look at that, man.
Wow. Dang.
The envy. The envy.
Awesome.
I'm trying to place it right so that it fits in correctly.
Sounds great. Looks great.
Well, look, you know, I once again, I was watching something else randomly on YouTube, and every time you guys are live, it just seems to jump from whatever I finished on YouTube to you guys. It's ridiculous.
What's happening?
I just listened to the entire 3-hour thing. Like I finished it last night of David Lee Roth with Joe Rogan. Man, that was good.
It was?
Yeah, it's actually worth sitting through. Like, I mean, I've never heard anybody laugh at their own jokes as much as what Dave does. But
some of us do. Some of us do.
Yeah, not as much as Dave does. I mean, let's be fair here. Nobody on the planet laughs at their own jokes as much as what Dave does. But
well, he's funnier.
Well, yeah, he's funnier than most of us, but he's really interesting, and it gave me a whole new respect because it's no secret I'm more a Sammy than a Dave. If you have to, you know, people are like, you have to choose Sammy or Dave. I go Sammy. It's just, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I was 13 in 1985, so that kind of says a lot. But
you don't have to choose Sammy or Dave. You just have to reject Gary.
Oh, stop! Stop!
You know what? John, you maybe don't know this. I'm friends with Gary. I can't reject Gary. He's a lovely, fantastic human being, and I can't say enough great things about him.
Listen, man, if you listen to my conversations about Gary, you know I love him with Extreme. I thought he's a great vocalist with Extreme, but just not fitting in Van Halen.
Well,
but that's
you can't blame that on Gary. I'm going to say it once and for all. Gary was thrown into it. He said, Eddie said, you're going to sing these songs this way, and that's it. He did not have a say in what he did.
Of course he didn't. It wouldn't have mattered if they got Steve Perry in the band or Robert Plant in the band. It still would have been a hard time for anybody because of where they had come from.
Right. Eddie was so jaded at that point that he wanted to have total control. He didn't want to have another singer take control, and Gary was his puppet, and that's it.
I can't comment on that because I don't know.
It's not personal against Gary. It's not that I don't like him as a frontman. I just didn't like him with Van Halen.
Yeah, fair enough. But look, the only reason I buzzed in was because you're all talking about the shirt, and I'm just like, well, actually, I happen to be wearing it today. So Caleb will be happy to know because he gave it to me at NAMM, and he'll be happy to know I'm actually wearing it. And,
what the hell? I was at fucking NAMM. I didn't get a shirt.
But let me ask you a question. Does it fit you like a half shirt? Can people see your belly button?
Well, no, it actually fits me reasonably well. Like, I mean, it's a little bit big, and I'm not exactly super skinny these days. I've been eating too much chocolate and shit, but it's not ridiculous.
Yeah, it fits fine.
Exactly. You're just jealous, John.
I am jealous. I want one.
Yeah, I want one too, but the reason why I don't have one is because he just doesn't have my size. Although my size is getting smaller. But that's funny because I told him I'll take an extra large, and he was like, great, I'll send you one. Oh, I only have larges. So now I have to become like 150 pounds.
I'm an XL too. But you know what? I think it's safe to say everybody looks good in a Nerd Halen shirt.
Mine's an XL.
Yes. And
you got my size.
Yes. And the
light's not adjusting, but anyway.
It's a good-looking shirt, man.
Yep. And Caleb, thank you again for that shirt when he watches this. But Caleb got the magazine out of me, so he can't complain.
There you go.
Oh, man. I'm still drooling, man. That magazine, that was nice.
Talk to me later, Johnny, and I might be able to sort that one out for you, mate. We'll talk off air about that just in case.
Oh, who's this?
Look at that.
Khalib.
Look at this.
He's not here yet.
You talk about him, and he just chimes in.
Wait, shouldn't you be at the whiskey?
Name.
Shouldn't you be at the whiskey?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, wait. There it is. Holy crap.
And he left.
Great. That was great.
Wow.
Finally,
this is riveting live.
Okay.
There we go.
My God.
Hey, man.
Did you hear the Beetlejuice before you got off?
When someone has a shirt on, I get a notification There we go. See, so I said it like said Japan Nerd Halen shirt. And, no, thank you, Jason. Thank you.
My pleasure, mate. I've been wearing it for the last 3 weeks. The only reason it's still on me is because it's too smelly to take off. No, it's not true.
Well, that's why you put a shirt under it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
it's like the bat signal. Bat signal.
That's a great idea. I think I'll work on some Photoshop.
Yeah, that's actually that is a good idea. Bat signal out the Nerd Halen logo.
Did anybody ever see my
some body painting?
Did anybody ever see my EVH bat signal one I put up a few years ago? It said Eddie Van Halen, we need you now, and it's the EVH thing in the sky, and you can see him like doing a rock pose instead of Batman on that ledge. So
that's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. What's going on? What a action-packed show tonight.
Yeah.
Why aren't you at the whiskey, Caleb?
Why? I asked the same question. It is the Monsters of Rock night at Ultimate Jam Night. So the theme is the Monsters of Rock tour.
So are you going to play Sammy era songs tonight?
Well, no. We're doing one of each. So the rules were whatever was in their 1988 set, we could pick from. And
cool. Okay.
So there's like 3 or 4 Roth era songs in there, and luckily we were able to snag one because there's actually like a lot of they got the Atomic Punk singer guys coming in. I think so. There's another. There's some fighting for Roth songs.
So what are you gonna play?
We're gonna do Running with the Devil.
Are you going to play it the way they played it in '88? They took half of it out.
That's right. I remember.
They played half the song.
No, we're going to play the whole song. It's too late to relearn it. So
out of curiosity, do you do Sammy era songs very often?
Well, actually, this is our first little show, so we're planning on doing some Sammy songs in the set.
Well, here you go. I'll throw you a little bone here because I used to play in a band called Van Hagar, right? And I was the keyboard player and second guitarist. And on rare occasions, our guitar player wasn't actually able to make it to the gigs because, we had one night where it was a 5-band tribute night, and he ended up playing in 3 different bands out of the 5 in the night. And it was just too much for him, and he had to make a decision about what to do. And he actually said to me, he goes, "Dude, it's Wednesday. The gig's on Saturday. You can learn the rest of the tunes." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not Eddie Van Halen." He goes, "It's really easy. Just put on some white sneakers and just be Joe Satriani filling in for Eddie Van Halen." So thankfully, for the occasional gigs that I was double booked that I couldn't rock up to, I actually programmed and recorded with backing with click from the show. So there was Dreams, there was Why Can't This Be Love? I think I have one of I'll Wait, even though that was for the same guy did a David Lee Roth era band. There's definitely Jump, When Is Love, maybe I think I've got Love Walks In and maybe something else. So if you ever need any tracks that sound really bang on, let me know and I'll send them over to you. No problem.
Oh, terrific. Yeah. Because we're gonna do obviously Jump and I'll Wait and in the short set. So the
sounds are nailed. Like I work really hard on my sounds as a keyboard player. I'm much better with keyboard players. There's generally 2 schools, and then you got Jordan Rudess who can do it all. You got guys who can play like Rachmaninoff and blah 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 and are phenomenal players. I'm not one of those guys. Then you got dudes that can make really great soundscapes. I'm one of those, but very few dudes can do phenomenal soundscapes and phenomenal playing. So, I mean, hell, I've even got this sitting here behind me.
Oh, breaking out the Jan Hammer.
Guitar.
So, I've got this little beast that sits here in my room as well. They're slightly smaller keys, they're not regular sized keys.
You gotta do that. Lies, no more lies. Remember that song?
No, I don't.
Hammer and Sean.
Oh yeah, sure.
Maybe that didn't make it out to Australia, but anyway. So the point is, if you need some, If you need some tracks, let me know because I've got them and they're all done and they're all in original key. I think I might even have E flat versions for a couple of them. I think I'll Wait is in E flat because that's what they tune to. But I'm pretty sure I've got both E and E flat versions of Dreams and Jump and all that stuff. Anyway.
I thought I'll Wait was standard.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry, say that again.
I think I'll Wait was in standard actually. So
I can't. Whatever it was in anyway. I did it for whatever it was required for at the time. So
yeah.
Anyway,
cool. Awesome.
So if you want them, let me know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to hear those.
Yeah,
I've always loved Edward's his piano playing.
Excuse me, I've got to put myself on pause. I'll be back in a minute. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Jason gave me this at the NAMM show. By the way, this is awesome little prize. It was funny because he wanted to get all the Ed heads that were at the NAMM show together and do like a drawing of them to see who would win a surprise little gift that he had, and it was at the end of the day, and that night was the big ultimate NAMM jam, and he goes, I'll give it away to any of the guys, but right now
that's a fucking terrible accent, Caleb.
I was warming up.
That's not warming up.
I'll give it to anybody who gets me some tickets to the jam. And I was like, I got one extra. And he gifted me this awesome Japanese Van Halen book.
What issue is
show
that?
Show us some of those pictures.
What issue is it, Caleb?
It's it says 2 on it, number 637.
Well, like, what's the dates?
It says 627 from 2019.
Here's the funny thing about that Ultimate Jam night. This didn't end up coming from you, Caleb. This came from someone else. But I scored this while I was there.
Yeah, from Jason, right? Or
no, this came from Rob. And then, and then, as it turned out, I'm standing there talking to John Cruz. And he goes, "What's that on the floor?" And I picked this up, and it was a freaking VIP, like flat out, like backstage everything access pass. How crazy is that?
Nice.
Somebody just dropped it.
Wow.
Very cool. This has him some really cool pictures from the Neptune staged photo shoot.
Yes, the staged photo shoot.
Oh, nice.
With my guitar.
Cool.
Really cool.
Is that like an all Van Halen issue, or?
I
think it's 90 pages of Van Halen.
Yeah, it's sporadic through it. Here's some shots from the night he played with Michael Jackson in Dallas.
Oh boy.
Yeah. A lot of the photos in there, though, are original photos from various tours to Japan and stuff.
Very cool.
And it's stuff that you wouldn't normally find. And I mean, even I tell people all the time, I can't read Japanese. I can speak it, but I can't read it.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Has some really good shots of some of his rare guitars.
Caleb, I'm impressed that the pages aren't stuck together.
Yeah, especially with Michael Jackson in there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I had him cleaned up.
Okay. Excuse me, I'll be back.
Okay. Keep it clean, Johnny. Or Jonathan.
Wow, that's very cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
Oh boy, I need that.
Look at the 5150. Look at that.
Yeah, can you raise that a little more?
Yeah, I think it's raised.
Oh, cool.
Dude, that's something else.
Look at that fretboard.
Really good.
That's neat. And his old Kramer.
I gotta have that book. I'm gonna check eBay and see if that book is on there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go pick up that Wolfgang in that town over, and
you'll trade.
Yeah, I'll trade you this thing.
There's a magazine.
I know.
I hate that guitar.
The Snake. I never understood it.
Absolutely hate that guitar. Oh, look, his 59 Les Paul.
Oh, they don't see that a lot.
And there's a 58 Strat, and I don't know what year Esquire that is. I'm not sure, but that's the 58 Strat. That's the Strat he used on Como Se Llama.
Oh, that's cool.
Over there.
There's the Shark.
Speaking of trading for books, like 20-something years ago, I traded a guy an original Electro-Harmonix. What was the phaser that they had? The small stone, right? The small stone.
It's pretty amazing.
I traded somebody one of those, an original pedal, for a Van Halen book. Do you guys remember the book that was like this big? You guys remember?
Great Neptune. Sorry, these are great Neptune shots, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that guitar.
Wait, Johnny, which book were you talking about?
It's called it was just called Van Halen, and it's like this. It's like huge, and it had like the, what do you call it? The spiral, like a spiral notebook.
Right.
But it was a book, and it was all Van Halen, and it came out, I want to say, in '84, and it had a lot of most of the pictures in it are I've only seen in that book. You don't see them anywhere.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of that magazine called, Caleb?
Player.
It's actually called Young Mates Players. I'm just going to double check because I've got a Queen one here. I know this is Young Guitar. It's Mates Guitar Player.
Yeah, Young Mates Music. Young Mates Music Player.
That's the one. It's been around for 30, 40 years maybe.
Here's an older issue.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
I love the Japanese import magazines.
Mm-hmm.
They're not imports, man. They're domestic, right here in Japan.
Yeah, well.
So here's a Queen one. This is a similar deal. So this one here is like a 50th anniversary of Young Guitar magazine, which is crazy. And this is from February of this year. It's also got some Jason Becker in there and a few other bits and pieces. It's actually got the score special. So it's actually got, I believe, full scores maybe of not just guitar. It's got full score of vocal parts, guitar chords as they play, guitar melodies. Does it have bass parts? I'm just checking. So it's actually got, in this edition, it's got Keep Yourself Alive, the Live at the Rainbow version. Killer Queen, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, and Don't Stop Me Now Revisited, whatever that refers to.
Is that Keep Yourself Alive? Is that the one that's on the new movie soundtrack? Because it's live.
Well, it does say Live at the Rainbow, so it may well be. I don't remember the name of the venue. So you're a big Queen fan, are you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
Well, me too. Let me grab something else to show you. Here you go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The mine reels.
Can you imagine what's in that house? Oh, my God.
All right. In my house, we are huge fans of Monopoly, and I have the Queen limited edition Monopoly.
Oh.
Holy hell.
Whoa.
I didn't even think they made that.
So like all the properties are like songs, or?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. So
awesome.
Instead of having airports or train stations or what have you, you actually have hit records, and it goes chronologically. So from Go, so there's Go there. So from Go, your hit record is Bohemian Rhapsody, and it starts out at the universities that they played when they were young. So right here at the Imperial College London, and then Le Blow Up in Luxembourg. Then you go through to, there you go. So there's the Rainbow London. Sorry, it's a bit hard to hold this thing open.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, man.
What do you know?
Is the Van Halen version of that?
Yeah. Do they have the Van Halen version? And do you know what bands they've actually made that for? Like,
I actually don't. I know that they've made a whole bunch of superhero ones and stuff, but and there's a Back to the Future one, which would be super cool to play. I love the Back to the Future movie.
Oh, Johnny, just wait. Johnny needs to go.
I think I might have already told you, Johnny, when I was in Vegas 5 weeks ago, whatever it was, I actually found Biffs.
Huh?
As in the hotel from Back to the Future 2, Biffs, the big casino joint.
Oh, Biffs.
Oh, Biffs.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually found the real Biffs. I was like, oh my God, that's Biffs. And I asked the security, I've got it on camera. Of course, I was filming. I asked the security guys, I'm like, that's Biffs from Back to the Future 2, right? They're like, yep, that's it. I was like, oh my God, this is Biffs.
Golden Nugget, right? It's the Golden Nugget Tower, isn't it?
I can't remember what it was really called. I was just so excited to see it. I've got it on my video.
I think it's the Golden Nugget Tower.
Yet another video that I still have to eventually get out. Actually, if you want to see a fun video that I put together, I did a interview with Blas Elias, the drummer from formerly of Slaughter and TSO, and actually I think he still plays in TSO now.
Slaughter.
But Blas is awesome, and I actually edited in a whole bunch of really funny little bits and pieces from the Rockstar movie when he talks about who's in the film. So jump on my channel and check that out if you want a good laugh. It's a fun interview.
We were talking about Slaughter earlier. I had Tim Kelly's guitar on as today's show and tell.
Oh wow, cool.
We were talking about Slaughter earlier. Huh?
Was that the White Robin?
No, it's it was the one that Tim was having refinished.
Oh, God, I remember that guitar.
And the guy who refinished it put Tim's signature as the logo instead of the Robin logo.
How did you end up with that?
We went over it earlier, but it was basically, it went from his roadie to his roadie's girlfriend to a private collector to me.
Wow, that's awesome. Congrats. I remember that guitar.
The case is like stenciled with the Slaughter logo, and Mark and Dana autographed it. It's cool, but go ahead.
Jonathan, is your collection like insured?
Insured.
Like, you know what I mean?
That would cost money that I could be spending on guitars.
Dude, you're on air. Say that it's insured.
Yes, it's insured.
Yeah, it's insured by Uzi.
Yeah, Smith & Wesson, Uzi,
Exactly.
a few other little toys.
Yeah. Hey guys, I want to stay, but I really can't. I have dialysis really early in the morning, so I'm gonna get some shut eye. But I really wish I could stay on with you guys. But have a great night, and Caleb, have a great show tonight, and I'll see you guys Friday.
All right, be well, Dave.
Adios,
Right,
amigo.
Have a good one, bro.
Tell Johnny I said good night. I have to go.
All right,
Go,
man.
Dave.
All right, guys.
You
Have a
well
good
tomorrow, Dave.
Thanks.
See you,
Talk to you
mate.
later.
All right,
Bye.
bro.
Isn't it funny? It seems the three of us have hijacked the Johnny Beane show now.
Isn't that like chaos incarcerated?
Right?
All right, let's all start drinking and doing blow.
Now that the swear ban's been lifted, all hats are off, aren't they? So anyway, after Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You is the next single that's on there. There's a few other venues, including Madison Square Garden, and it goes chronologically through where they toured. Tokyo Budokan is there, which I've been to a couple of times to see Toto and Def Leppard, and maybe I can't remember who else. Anyway, the next single on there is another one, Bites the Dust, which is kind of hard when you play it because you've got the Forum in Montreal here, and then you've got the Forum in Los Angeles right here, which gets a little bit confusing when you're in the middle of playing the game. And then the final single that they've got here is Radio Gaga, and of course the actual final place is Wembley Stadium.
That's
the most expensive is the Wembley.
Yeah, and I mean, like the prices and everything are exactly the same as what they are in the game, and all, like even in the cards, the chants, and what's the other one called? Because they changed it on this, chants and
wow, that makes me want to play Monopoly again.
I love Monopoly.
Monopoly is so much fun. So they changed, what is it, chants, and what's the other one?
It's right there in front of you.
No, it's not. They've changed it for this. They changed it. God, I played Monopoly last night, and I'm forgetting the damn. Anyway, so they changed that other one to In the Lap of the Gods, and they changed chants to a kind of magic.
Oh,
Awesome.
I see.
So, and then of course the middle picture. I'm sure you guys recognize what that's from. Anybody?
No.
Somebody in the chats is going to be typing it out right now, screaming at you guys for not knowing this.
Oh, Tessie Switch just said community chest.
Community chest. Thank you, Tessie. Yes, community chest. That's it. So the picture in the middle is from the Queen Live Killers album, 1979, I think it was. It's quite famous, that one. So yeah, it's an awesome game. And then
That's
what
cool.
I'm really going to show you, which you're going to love, instead of buying houses, you buy stage blocks. And when you get 4 stage blocks, I don't know if you can see it very well because it's black.
Yeah.
When you get 4 stage blocks, instead of buying a hotel, you buy the stage rig.
Oh, awesome.
And that's actually a queue. So, like, you got a circle there and then the tail coming out for the queue, and it's got lights all around the outside as far as there's just little plastic things on there. But that's a really cool thing to have. And what's even cooler still is if you are a big Queen nerd like myself, the pieces are fantastic. So I'll show you the pieces and I'll let you guys figure out what they are.
Cool.
Okay, so let's see how big a Queen fans we go. Here you go. The scores are up and going. Let's see, boys. Let's see who wins the challenge.
Is that a vacuum?
Correct. Where's it from in the Queen history?
The video for I Want to Break Free.
Perfect. Caleb wins that one. Actually, although who said that? Was that John who said the vacuum?
I said vacuum. I said vacuum.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. You guys can fight about that one.
We can split it.
We'll
Hammer to fall. Hammer to fall.
There you go.
Hammer
Caleb wins that one. Next one.
An old radio.
Radio Gaga.
Radio Gaga.
There we go. All right. Now, this is awesome. This is actually a 2-in-1, so there's 2 points for this one.
Fat Bottom Girl.
I want to ride my bicycle.
There you go. Yes. So it's a fat bottom girl who actually has quite a chunky bum on her.
There you go.
And the bicycle race song, of course.
Wow.
Now,
Oh, that's funny.
I watched that video. Remember the last time you were on? You were telling us about that music video?
yeah, it's pretty
And
cool.
I looked it up, and I was shocked.
It's pretty funny, though.
Man.
Now, here comes a more challenging one, but if you're a big Queen fan, you'll know it instantly.
Flash.
Wrong.
Oh, it's from the cover of
what's it called? Yeah.
News of the World.
Correct. Well done, Caleb. It's the robot
Thanks.
from News of the World cover.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Flash Gordon robot.
Funny enough, has a less obtrusive bum than the fat bottom girl. Now, everybody knows what this is, so there's 0 points for this because you're going to know straight away, but this is the coolest freaking piece. There is a little bit of bad feeling from some people that didn't use Freddie's mic stand as one of the pieces, but this is awesome.
Yeah.
That's Brian's
Whoa.
guitar.
Yes,
Nice.
indeed. Brian's red
I was waiting
special.
for that.
The Red Special, yeah.
That's
How
cool.
cool is that, eh?
Also, not as fat a bottom as the girl on the bicycle.
Very true. But like they've got 3 pickups on it. They've even got like little volume dials, like volume and a tone, and then a tremolo arm. It doesn't have all the switches because you couldn't.
Cool.
But it's actually got. It's very hard to see, but it does actually have 6 machine heads on there. I don't think it's going to focus well enough on the webcam, but well, there you go.
I think Brian May actually uses one of those pieces as his pick, right?
No, he uses a sixpence, but yes. So for those who don't understand the English way, a sixpence is basically a 5-cent coin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So that's the Queen Monopoly. You get this little bag to keep all your pieces in, and it's an awesomely fun game. It really is.
Speaking of Queen, I just got to ask this. Am I the only one that was disappointed that they didn't have the Flash song in the movie? The one that was like really bummed about that?
Well, look, I mean, there were a bunch of other things around that time in the film that they actually changed because Flash
Under
came out
Pressure's not in the movie. Under
No,
Pressure's
it's
not.
not.
I just thought that Flash, I mean, that was a big deal at the time for them to do that soundtrack to what was supposed to be a major motion picture.
But it was a massive failure. It would have been a great story block because it probably drew them apart. You know, it helped like kill the band, you know, they only had 2.5 hours, right? So
yeah, and keep in mind, Jonathan, they did also shift the timeline because they moved "We Will Rock You" from 1977 through to 1980, and that's a huge deal in Queen's timeline. And Flash was also 1980, so.
Well, I just want to point out something real. I'm going to turn my camera around for a second.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So in my bedroom, I have that poster framed and hanging. I like that frickin' movie.
Obviously. Although it wasn't as good as Flesh Gordon.
There you go. Or the Flash Gordon cartoon, which we talked about earlier today. We did touch on that as well.
So is the poster there because you love the movie? Because you got a man crush on Sam Jones?
all around my house, I have vintage movie posters framed around the house. So, but like we were talking about this cartoon earlier that came out also.
Wow.
At the same time as the movie, but this was actually really well done. Unlike the movie, which is kind of just fun.
I didn't even know about that.
Wow.
Which the Filmation Flash Gordon?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh, dude, you need to watch that. Available on DVD. Really good. Really well done.
See, for me, Highlander had been my favorite film of all time for so very, very, very long. And the only film that I actually walked away going, I think this is going to pip Highlander for me, was actually Bohemian Rhapsody, just because I saw it in a Dolby Atmos theater. And I was just, the whole scope of it. I mean, I knew there was incorrect things and blah, 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 but just the epicness, what they achieved, the acting, the commitment, the everything. I just absolutely freaking loved that movie. I know there's flaws, but I didn't care.
I love Christopher Lambert, so he's a great actor. His Tarzan is my Tarzan.
Do you look as good in a little string bikini as what he does, though?
I get arrested for not wearing a T-shirt. I look that bad naked.
Right.
I'm the ultimate disappointment. Trust me.
Wow, can't wait to date you now with a cell like that.
Yeah, my girlfriend must have been really drunk when she met me, but she's tolerant. She's very tolerant.
I'm sure you've got your good points too, beyond just vintage movie posters.
No, I really don't. But I try.
So I guess you're not in sales for a living then.
This is why I became an actor, because I can't do anything else. I have no legitimate skills.
Hell, make it work.
Yeah, I
All
try.
right. I only just jumped on just to show off my T-shirt, and that was all I was really here for. I wasn't intending on staying. I always say to Johnny, I'm just going to be 1 second, then I'm going to go, and I never do.
It's like me during sex.
All right, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're done now. That's pretty much the end.
Are we good, Johnny?
I think we're this has been an epic night, you guys. I can't even
throw up thumbs up everywhere.
You know how many people have been on here tonight?
We had an army of guests, guitars. We deserve 1 billion thumbs up today, and I was really, really good.
Oh,
I mean, well behaved.
Go quick.
I wasn't good like contributing to the show. Good. I was well behaved. So please throw up thumbs up. If you like what you see, or you want to contact your lawyer, subscribe.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh, this boy's on fire, isn't he?
If anybody's still up at like 11:40 Pacific time, you can download something called RU Live app. It's the letter R, the word U, and the word live, all one word, RU Live. And it'll have the streaming of the Ultimate Jam tonight. So I think Don Dawkins playing 3 songs. There's a lot of good people. So check it out if you're up, if you're awake.
I'll be up. I want to see that. I want to watch.
Well, I'll be up because it's only like 12:52 in the afternoon here right now.
There you go.
And thanks to Little Blue Pills, I'll be up too.
Who invited this guy?
Nobody at all.
I'm just grabbing something quickly to show you guys because I mentioned it before. I'm grabbing you there we go. Here's the video footage of where I happened to stumble upon Biff's. They were playing Green Day at the Las Vegas, the Fremont Street Experience. Oh, I just paused it by accident. Hang on. Okay. It's 4K video, so it might jump a little bit from time to time, but...
might as well jump.
Oh, there you go. The people doing the thing. The Superman thing or whatever it's called. And so that was the Biff sign. So I think it's the Plaza Hotel it's called.
Oh.
Now, there we go. There it is there.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I was like, oh, my God, I recognize that. So we walked around the other side. Got my Canon there on my gimbal, on my Ronin S, so it was pretty smooth. And I walked around here. I was like, this is ridiculous. Are you sure that's got to be it? I said to my friends who were there with me, I'm just keeping the volume down because it's got Green Day playing in the background. I don't want them to block your video because of Green Day playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So then I asked the security guards just here, and they're like, yep, that's it. And I got a nice shot straight up the building.
Biffs.
Oh, here we go. This is it right now.
Yeah. Do you know
Hang
if
on,
that...
here we go.
Excuse me, folks. I've had a little question. You can probably tell by my voice I'm not from around here. Do you know if that is the hotel that they use for the Back to the Two Future movie?
Back to the Two Future. You like that?
Wow, that's so cool. Thank you for confirming that. Dude, that's the one. I'm going to get this in my video. Now, here's something you don't know how to do yet.
Okay, so I just teach my friend how to use the... Oh, there you go. Teach my friend how to use the gimbal.
This thing here works as...
There you go, that's it.
But if you do it fast...
How cool is that, Johnny?
Wow.
That's very cool.
Like, kind of go like this with a hand.
So,
Nothing like Vegas.
you know, I actually didn't like Vegas. It was funny when I was filming Striper a few weeks ago because Oz Fox was from there. Michael goes, "Oh, you were in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, weren't you?" I said, "Yeah, it's a shithole."
Oh, it is. But, you know.
And Oz was like, "Be fair, come on, be nice." I was like, "Well, dude, come on, look." I went down to Fremont and all that, and like there was literally a girl. She's on my video here, who was dressed up as a nun and opens up a thing, and her tits are hanging out with tape crossed over her tits, which is cool if you're like in a appropriate club or whatever. But there's like people walking around with families and stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not a prude by any stretch, but that was just a bit like.
It's only cool if you like tits.
Well, I got no problem with tits, but you know, it's just time and I don't know. It just, and I'm far from a conservative dude. I just thought that was a bit over the top. That was all.
Man,
that's
what
all.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, it's funny because another monopoly that I've got.
Oh God!
Oh, the show.
Real quick.
Are we good?
I was walking down the street in Vegas. This was 16, 17 years ago, and some guy walks past me and punches me right in the face.
Was it him?
Johnny, I'm sorry about that. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's how we met.
He's got a Monopoly game for every story. Every story's got a Monopoly game.
Oh my God!
So wait, so I heard that you're constipated, and I have constipatopoly. I heard that's colonoscopy, so I've colonostomyopoly.
And then that's called Operation, that game. And then, of course, I've also got this one, Johnny.
Oh,
cool.
Australian
edition.
Aussie.
Oi.
So you can see a kangaroo, a surfer, a meat pie, a barbecue, a kookaburra, and a cricket bat.
A meat pie. That's awesome.
Yep. So that's the Australian edition.
That's awesome.
So,
I love Australia.
I've also got 2 Star Wars ones. One is here with me. It's a round one, but I don't really like that one much. But I actually have the first one that they ever did, which was the 20th anniversary Star Wars. I got it in 97.
Yes.
How many Monopoly games do you have?
Well, I've got 5 currently, but I want to get more. I like playing Monopoly. It's fun.
No, it's a great game. I used to play it like every week.
You know, look.
We could do a whole show on that.
I don't talk about them in social media. I really don't. And I don't like to do that. And I know that this will stay up live, but like, to be fair, you guys and your audience are really cool. So I'll mention this here, which is something I don't normally do. I'm actually a dad with 2 kids. Now, you guys know this off air, but your audience doesn't know. Yeah, well, Jonathan didn't know that because Jonathan and I have never met before. But you got to understand, Jonathan, with the sort of stuff that I do, I like to keep my kids away from social media and all that, which is why people never see them on Facebook.
No, I can understand that. I can.
But my 5-year-old son loves playing Monopoly. I mean, it says on there it's from 8 years and up, and he rules on Monopoly. Last night, I actually beat him on Australian Monopoly only just. He had the last 2 most expensive properties with a hotel, and I had around the corner 3 properties with hotels, and like it was a fierce battle. And he's 5 and he loves playing it, so that's why we got so many of them. It's awesome. A big thing in our house. My 3-year-old daughter, she's 3.5. She's been playing Uno since she was 2.5, and she loves playing it.
We play that a lot around here.
It sounds like your kid's a shark. Like, take him to Vegas and say, yeah, do you think you could beat a 5-year-old at Monopoly? Yeah, sure. And then the next thing you know, the kid's like, do you want to play for real money?
That's not a bad idea, actually. He's pretty good.
Dude, I get 10%.
Currently has 10% and nothing because I'm not taking him to Vegas yet. Hey, Caleb, if you play a lot of Uno and stuff, have you played DOS?
No.
DOS is pretty cool. It's a bit different. It's a lot slower because you actually have to take your time with your turns. But you actually, like, if your kids are young, how old are your kids?
I have a 5-year-old and a 17-year-old. So
well, that's a bit of a gap.
Yeah, well, one of them is the older one is my stepson. So
okay.
Well, I thought she held out for a really long time.
Yeah. No, we just had a bunch, but we lost all the middle ones. So I'm just kidding.
That's an interesting gag. So anyway, DOS is kind of cool because it actually forces them to practice adding up numbers.
Cool.
So you should check out DOS. It's like I got it from like a Walmart for like $5 or something.
DOSS?
Just DOS, like the Spanish un, dos, tres, cuatro. So,
oh, dope. Cool.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen those. I've seen those.
It's pretty fun. So, and yeah, we got snakes and ladders, and we've got
what? Wait, did you say snakes and ladders?
Snakes and ladders. You don't know snakes and ladders?
We had chutes and ladders. Snakes?
Yeah, that's what it is. Snakes and ladders. Maybe it's an Australian thing.
Okay, in the States, it's called chutes and ladders, like a slide, but like. Snake, a snake to us is like, what Aussies have like 9 of the most venomous in the world.
Correct.
It's like to have a kid play snakes and ladders. That's Australia tough, man. That's Australia tough. We play with real snakes, right?
Well, we don't use fake ones. They're real snakes. No. But actually, to be honest with you, I think snakes and ladders might actually come from the UK originally, which would be weird because I don't think they've got any snakes. It's too cold there.
That's funny they call it snakes and ladders. I've never heard it called that way.
I don't know the origins.
I have to bolt, guys. I have to bolt.
Yeah. What time is it there now?
It's 8 o'clock.
8:01.
Yeah.
And how far are you from the whiskey?
About 27 minutes.
He's in the basement to there right now. He sleeps there.
You'll see Ira Black tonight, right?
Oh, yeah. He's playing with Dawkins.
I spoke to Ira yesterday. I speak to Ira all the time. I'm really good mates with him these days. So make sure you give my regards to Ira. Actually, congratulate him on his new band. Let him tell you about it. He's got a new gig, and he's got a very sweet gig that he scored. So he's an awesome dude.
Best hair in rock.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Even Skid Row back in the day would be jealous of his hair.
Best hair in rock. Nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. All right, I'm going to go too.
Monster player. All right.
Hell yeah, he is.
Sign it off.
Adios, amigos.
Caleb, Jason, thank you. Rock on.
Likewise.
Yeah. Good to see you, Jason and Caleb. Good luck tonight. And I'm going to get everybody get the app, watch the stream.
Yes. Should be interesting.
What time are you hitting the stage again, Caleb?
Around 11:40-ish, 11:45-ish.
I'll try to keep an eye out for it.
Pacific time.
All right. I'm out. Later.
All right. See you, man.
I'm out too.
All right. Good
Have
luck.
A good show, Caleb.
Thanks up.
Nerd Halen.
Nerd Halen. Have a great night, everybody.
All right.
Good night, man.
Johnny, it's just you, me, and Jeff Cope saying the tribe has spoken.
Oh, man.
And everyone in the very cool chat, thank you for sticking with us tonight. Hope you had a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you liked ours too.
Tonight was a trip.
Tonight was a lot of fun.
It was bizarre. It was Larry Mitchell was here for like a split second. Jay Hannon.
And a cast of thousands. This was like a
hottest
like
cartoon
Cecil
chick.
B. DeMille. Cecil B. DeMille production.
Insane.
All right. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for participation tonight. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the bell if you want more of this craziness. And what else?
Well, I'll see you for Tech More on Tuesday, and you'll be on Friday when there's no technical problems with no idiots in pink hats.
Man,
so,
this was basically a Friday show, is what this was.
Yeah, yeah. Except I was watching it. I was here watching it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again to Jake C. Miller from Completely Unchained. All his links will be right down below.
Thank you, Jake. Very cool interview.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Jimmy T. Tessie Switch. Everybody, check out Tessie Switch. Right there. Awesomeness. I can't wait to put this in the guitar.
Nice. Best switches out there. Tessie Switch.
Mm-hmm. Nightbot, thank you. Mr. C _5150, Ben Combs, Todd, aka Soda Pop, Sean Zimmerman. Everybody, leave a thumbs up.
Thank you, everyone.
And we'll see you guys. We'll see you Friday, but I might see you guys sooner. So you never know.
I'll see you Tuesday to your distrain.
Awesome. All right, everybody. There's Howie. And we'll see you guys later. All right, Jonathan.
Good. We're good, brother. Thank you, Jonathan.
You rock, man.
You rock, brother.
I rock the blues, rocks. Everybody rocks. All right, man. This show's been so long, I can't end it. Who's going to come on next?
Meanwhile, Michael Anthony's like...
he's been on here. He was on.
You never know.
I've had him. He's been on here like 5 times. All right, everybody. See you later.
Have a good night, guys.
JohnnyBeanetv. Good night.